Hello, 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 everyone. How is everybody tonight? I hope everybody's doing good. And White Window Baby, I seen you was the first one in tonight, girl. She says, "Hi, sweet PT. I love you. Bless you and much love. Much love to you, girl. Much love to you. Welcome to our beautiful family. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday. Thank God it's Friday, yes. And please hit that like button. Coming in tonight, X's and O's. Much love. Oh, she's so sweet. I'm telling you, White Window Baby's like my right hand. Absolutely, she is my right hand for sure. Ronald Wilson. Oh, he ran in second, and Sarah Lee ran in third. Hello, everyone. Hello, my darling fam. Much love. I love that picture. Aw, Sarah Lee, X's and O's. How are you doing tonight, my friend? Ronald, you definitely are a beautiful human being. Wisconsin Mama. She's laughing at Ronald. Oh, Ronald had to go kick some shit around. Lord. Hello, Brenda. Hello, hello. She says, "Hello, everybody. God bless everyone. I'm going to try to hang out." Amen. Patty A, Wisconsin Mama. Hiya. Yeah, I went over and hung out with Miss Daisy tonight for a bit. She's on the subject of Jody Sue. And you know, PG, I can't pass up the chance of Jody Sue, right? You're talking about Jody Sue. I'm there. I am definitely all about Jody Sue needing to be keep an eye on, right? Absolutely. That lady's definitely 100% plum crazy, or she's got a dog in this race. And seeing that we have learned that that dog has ran off the hill twice and been chased once with blue jeans and a white t-shirt on, I think it might be a dog in the race. And also in a pool 2 weeks before Summer came up missing with Summer on the Wells property in the big old panda pool. And the boys weren't in it, just him and Summer. And then Jody Sue 100% deny her kids were over there. I got a problem with that, Jody Sue. Absolutely, hon. It's like, Jody Sue, what are you going to do when they come for you, right? Oh, Just P, thanks. I appreciate that. Hi, PG. I'm fairly new. I'm friends with Miss Fletcher and Justice for All. Oh, well, God bless and welcome. Welcome to our channel. God bless you. Absolutely. I am so grateful for you supporting our channel here in Summer. Thanks for all the support. Absolutely. Yeah, she's got a dog in the race, all right. I truly believe that. Yeah, that's what creators do. One day we're fighting, and the next day we're getting along, the next day we're fighting, next day we get along. I mean, I guess that's YouTube, right? That's YouTube. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish that we could be the way we were tonight, always, it would be nice just to be able to, you know, band together for, you know, these missing children. I mean, if I had my way, that's the way we all would be all the time. Um, you know, just get along. That's what I really would like to see all the creators doing is just drop it like it's hot and move on with ourselves, right? And focus on the most important thing, and that's finding these children, bringing them home, and getting justice for them. They are the victims, and we can't let no one forget about that. We've got to keep that. We got to keep that 100% in focus. Um, oh, Patty, hey, I so appreciate it. God bless. Oh, I am so grateful. Oh, thank you for supporting the channel and Summer too. Absolutely. Absolutely. God bless you. Um, oh, Teresa, how you doing, sweetie? Can you hear me, Teresa? Teresa, that is you, right? Okay. I lost Teresa. Yeah, she didn't put nothing in private chat, so I don't know. PG, do you need to go watch the farm now? And I went to the farm because they was speaking to Jody Sue, and Miss Daisy's got a lot of people in her chat too that you know um I just love to put out the truth, and I want people to hear it. She's got a lot of people in her chat that ain't heard a lot of what I said, and they have every right to to hear what is being said. I mean, you know, as creators, that's our job, right? Is to get information in as many ears as we possibly can, you know, and that's why we go upon each other's panels to share information so everyone can, so everyone gets an opportunity to hear, the truth and what's really going on in the situations. Okay, Teresa, I'm bringing you back up again.
Hey, PG.
Okay, girl. I just need to make sure it's you. How
Hey,
you doing? I
I was just leaving you. I can't stay. I'm gonna come back, but I just was gonna leave you a message in the back chat quick. I emailed you a video. It's like what you were talking about the other night, what we were all talking about. You probably didn't have time to open the email. I posted it on the Facebook page, but it's not, it's just about 3 minutes long. I
oh,
was hoping
cool.
you'd see it before tonight. It's about, because I found it a few years ago, and it's about how they took God out of everything in our society. And it's just, I'm like, wow. And it's weird that I sent it to you a couple of weeks ago, an email. And it's just, it's so touching and it's sad and it's so true. So I don't know. You could, I'm sure you could share it with Chad if you ever wanted to, but I'm just gonna, can I leave a link in the back chat?
You sure can, and absolutely, I will check it out. But yeah, you're right.
It's
They,
very, yeah, it's a very
and
touching YouTube video. It's like 2 minutes, 45
exactly.
seconds.
I think it was around 19 or no, actually, I think it was around the early 2000s. It was the early 2000s
Oops, I
that
fell.
they really started.
Oh, no, no. It started, actually, it started, as I would say, after the hippie movement and all the liberals and all that. And it started in this, like, talking about like removing the Bible from schools. And
Right,
I put
right,
the wrong
but
very top
but
like
I think that they didn't start really enforcing it until the early
right.
2000s.
Yeah, and the
Is when they
communists.
started telling the kids that they couldn't bow their heads to pray in the lunchrooms, that they
Right.
couldn't speak about God,
However,
and
other religions like Islam, they can practice in school. I mean, but they took it out of every part of society. Took God
right,
out of every part of society. And it's a very short video. It's just it's got words scrolling with some pretty music, and it just explains it so perfectly. And these there's only a
absolutely,
couple. I lost my main YouTube account. I don't know how that ever happened a while back. So you could share it with the group, with the chat some night. It would be, it's only a couple minutes long and it's so true. It's just very touching and sad and true. I didn't want to come on to chat, voice chat. I just wanted to leave you the link. So I'm going
All
to have
right,
to
I
go.
appreciate that, girl.
So I'll go
I'm
grab it
so,
again. 'Cause I
how you
accidentally,
how you been getting along, Teresa?
I'm all right. Just
I
got a
hope you're
lot.
doing well, sweetie.
Yeah, a lot of stressful things going on, but I'm doing okay.
How's them babies of yours?
Good. Summer. Well, the last day of school is June 3rd, and
Oh
so
yeah,
yeah. But
and absolutely, absolutely. No more teachers,
yes,
no more books, no more principals' dirty looks. Amen.
well, I want to home. I wanted to homeschool my youngest. He's gonna be in kindergarten in the fall, and my oldest just graduated high school. But again, like with I don't know if I have the. I want to homeschool it. My daughter's 13, but she's kind of bouncing back between me and my mom. But
Right.
the schools are terrible for children. They really
Oh,
are.
I'm telling you, they are. And
Are.
I
And I want
homeschool. I homeschool and I love it. I
yeah,
absolutely love it.
it's the
And
best choice. If you could do it, it's the best choice
oh,
for kids.
absolutely. And if and not only that, but you can. I mean, there's a lot of places now that um you can contact. Matter of fact, I'll send you some. Which state do you live in? I
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yep.
I'll check up there and see what's available
Okay. I
in
know
that there.
they trying to discourage parents from homeschooling now
I'm
too.
gonna
I
tell you,
heard.
homeschooling is awesome, and you know what? They send you all the books, the computers. They send you everything the kid needs to be
Yeah.
homeschooled. It's right online. There's live teachers that you can talk to.
Hmm.
They have like picnics, and you go meet places,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
the kids they get to intermix, and they get
Oh,
to
wow.
know the other kids, and
Well,
they can
that's
talk to
good
each
because
other online.
yeah, because you
It's
worry about the
awesome.
social aspect, the social,
Oh, social aspect. Your son and your daughter's going to be out of school this whole coming summer, right?
yeah.
And nobody cares about their social life during that time, right? The teachers are all
True.
at home.
Well, my
You
daughter
know,
thinks, she's 13 going on 18. She's got different friends all the time, but I don't, I
it's
prefer,
funny how they worry about the social life from September to
yeah.
to
And
June, right?
but
But
again,
then,
I
but
don't,
they
my
don't worry about that social life from June back to September.
yeah,
How the hell your kid gets a social life, right? And
true,
how's
yeah.
your kid getting a social life when it's sitting in school and being told to shut up, do their work?
Yeah,
And
but
I mean, sure, you see a kid next to you, but he ain't allowed to talk to it.
kids are not taught to think for themselves. They're told what to think now. I mean, obviously it's worse in
Absolutely.
universities. My oldest son, I mean, he lived with his dad. Well, see, I had him till he was about 12, and then he went to live with his father not far from here. But and he's so brainwashed. But anyway, I mean, as far as like, it sucks that my dad passed 2 years ago because my dad's very right, politically,
Yeah, he's politically correct, right?
no, 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 no way. My dad was Republican, and I was shocked that my son wanted to deer hunt, and he actually was because of my dad and my brothers. So his first year deer hunting, he got a deer, but his dad is like just this liberal, wish-washy, doesn't really. And this high school has him so brainwashed. I mean,
Oh wow.
thankfully he's gonna go to a trade school instead of college. So that's good. But because the universities are where it's at worse, you know that.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, they don't tell kids, they don't teach kids to think critically, to think for themselves, and they hide a lot. I know there was a lot when the COVID and the homeschool, or not home, but virtual learning. There was. parents, thank God, said, no way, this is unacceptable. They're like, the teachers didn't want the parents in the rooms apparently when their kids were doing virtual learning, so they couldn't indoctrinate them more, or God only knows what. But
What?
mm, yes, there was. I'm sure others in here maybe have had heard about that. Yeah, there was story cases going around where parents were upset because the teacher said the parent was not allowed in the room during virtual learning. Hell no. I don't care what that teacher would say.
I'm going to tell you something. When you start letting, here's my thing. As a parent of a child, and that's why I homeschool, because when you start getting locked outside of the school, when you can't go up to the door and just go in, go to
Mm-hmm.
the office or go to your, see your child any time of the day you want, that means that the government thinks they own your child when they can lock you outside
Yeah.
from where your
No,
child's
and
at, right?
we have too
Well,
much
they don't
government.
own, they don't, they don't. Here's the thing, if the government wants to own your child, then the government needs to give you money to put clothes on his back, a roof over his
Yeah.
head, and food in his mouth. They need to feel the labor pain when you have it. They need to
Mm-hmm.
get it, they need to send some people in at 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or
Right.
maybe all night if the baby's got a bellyache and walk the damn floor and sing,
Yeah.
right?
That's the other
Um,
problem. We have too much government, too
here's
much
the
big
thing.
government.
If you want to own it, then you freaking come and take care of it, right? You raise it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
don't expect the parents to raise it and also pay the taxes to keep up the school buildings and pay all them fucking teachers in there and then tell us that you own our kid. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't.
No.
We own our children. Matter of fact, we own the government, right? We
Yeah,
pay
we
them. We pay the teachers. We pay for the school buildings. Fuck this. We
yeah.
can't be ran by, we got to let people know who's the boss. And the boss is we, the taxpayers, not them
Yeah,
motherfreakers.
exactly.
They are fucking public servants and they need to
Yeah.
start acting like it.
The taxpayers pay all these people's salaries, and and the corruption. I mean, and it's also
You're
we
paying their salaries and they think they're better than you.
right.
When did that happen,
And
right?
all the corruption, and we the people should have stopped it with us. When it was, so corruption's always been there, but you know what I'm saying. This seems like since the Clintons took office, I don't want to talk politics. I'm sorry, but it just like the corruption is so bad now, and it's like
Uh, be
it
honest with
was
you, I think Clinton was a great president. I think after him, it's where everything went to shit.
once.
And, that's really where I think everything went to
Oh yeah,
hell. And that's
Hillary.
when they started wanting to take care of all the non-Americans instead of the Americans, right?
Right,
They
right.
took everything away from the real American people and gave
They
them a what? A freaking cell phone. They gave them some fucking free cell phone, but took everything else away from them so they could support a bunch of non-Americans. Hmm.
yeah,
That's where everybody made their first mistake by
yeah.
not standing up and saying,
Um,
"Hell no, this ain't happening." We
well,
pay taxes, and we pay taxes to house our own people, not somebody else's. Right?
right. I
That's what
mean,
I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about the corruption that the Clintons are just in general, but I know what you're saying. Um, but it's just gotten so bad we can't even trust the FBI or federal agencies anymore.
I'm gonna tell you, that's what happens when you become, when you start become bleeding heart for all of these, for all, for everybody but your own.
Mm-hmm.
It's like these people, they'll go give to a church, or they'll go give to, they'll go hand money to a church, or they'll go hand money out to a homeless person, or they'll go hand money, help a neighbor or a stranger, but they see their own family in need, and they do nothing for them.
Mm-hmm.
Where did, doesn't the Bible say to take care of your own first? And then if you have anything to help everyone else, I think it does.
Yeah.
I think it does. So,
Mm-hmm.
if you walk past your own sister or brother, niece or nephew, or someone in your own family that could have used that money, and
Right.
go hand it to somebody that really, that really don't need it for a bigger car, or, a bigger building, or, a nicer suit. Um, I don't think God's going to be very happy with you. because it does say in there that Jesus was going to say, "Well, I don't know you," and I understand why he's going to say that, because a lot of people, they think they're doing so good by getting these brownie points by helping their church or helping other people, and they're turning a blind eye
Yeah.
to
You
their
know what
own, to
really
where
gets
the
on
real
my
help is
nerves?
needed. And that is within your own family. If your own
Right.
family's all doing good, then yeah,
Hmm.
reach out and touch somebody else, sure. But
Sure.
please make
The
sure your
mega
own's being taken
churches
care
to
of first,
my
right?
the mega churches to me are disgusting. I mean, like your regular church, yeah,
No, it ain't just mega churches. There's a
but
lot of small churches that
they're
start out, and the
nice.
next thing
Yeah.
they're adding on, building to, don't buying more land, and with what? With the money that's supposed to be helping the widows and feeding the poor, right? The
Yes.
home the fatherless children, and and they're spending it on everything but that. And I would want to be them when the Lord comes.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and that's I like to go to churches that you might call a one room shack, right?
Yeah. Me.
It ain't got a whole lot of anything. One
Right.
bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
one bathroom. Everybody shares it. Um, and a whole lot of benches,
Mm-hmm.
candles on the wall in case the little bit of electricity's in there goes out. But you know what? I call it home, and I love it. And I tell
Yeah.
you what, they don't preach for money; they preach for souls. Nobody's passing a plate,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful place. And they do a lot for other people, because they don't it don't take a lot to keep up that building, so they got plenty to help others with. And that's what you want to be doing
Exactly.
in this
Yeah.
life, is helping others, not you know God
Yeah.
don't even the Bible says that God doesn't dwell in just the temples. He dwells all over the earth. No matter where you're at, God's there. No matter
Mm-hmm.
where you are. I mean, Jesus didn't even have a building, right? And he probably saved more souls than anybody else on the face of the earth. And he didn't even have a church. He just,
Right.
well, he had one.
No.
The one that we all belong to, that we're going to all be part of in the end. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, he didn't have a building, right? He
Right.
preached outside, and he saved droves of people. Droves of people were saved. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I mean, I live in a nowhere town with nothing here, and right now I don't have a vehicle, so it sucks. But I don't really believe that you're.
Thank you, Patty Ponytail. Thank you for the super sticker. I so appreciate it, hon. God bless.
I hope my membership went rolled over. It should have. Oops. But I'm sorry, I didn't want to come on here and interrupt you. I was just going to try and leave that link in the private chat, but I
Oh,
posted
girl,
the wrong
no
copy.
worry, no worry.
So
It's good to see you and talk with you.
yeah, so I will in a minute here. I'll go get that link for that short little video and put it in the back chat. It's beautiful. You should play it for the chat sometime.
Oh,
So
I appreciate it. You need to watch that movie, I
I keep
believe.
telling you guys in the chat, it makes so much sense, and
They've
it's
got a new movie out called I Believe. You really
yeah.
should
I saw
watch it.
that on the Facebook. I was gonna check that out. So
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is the most beautiful movie. I mean, it is well worth watching. It is well
yeah.
worth watching. I'm going to watch it again. It's beautiful. I love that movie. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hi, Wisconsin Mama. Haven't talked to you in a little while. I've been trying to step back into, I just needed a break from the summer stuff a little bit and been
Oh,
in my
girl,
Delphi. There's so much going on in the Delphi
I
page
understand.
with, and right now, just the drama in the summer community, not here,
Yeah,
is just so bad, So
right,
I really
right,
only, I watched you and maybe like two, three other channels. That's it with Summer's case.
right.
So
I heard that.
yeah. So with the
Yeah, I'm
Delphi,
going. I'm going to be taking a few days off
yeah,
next
that's
week as
good.
well, because it's the
Good
end of the
for you.
school year, and I've got to have some time to pull everything together as well. And but I mean, it's going to probably take me 2 or 3 days, but um, I, it's a mini break, but I've got so much to get together, and I
Yeah.
that's a must do. That's a must
Mhm.
do.
And you
So
deserve a break.
4 kids, it is at least going to take me three, you know, at least um 3 or 4 days to get all that together for
Yeah.
sure. And like I said, I homeschool, so
Yeah, that
yeah,
you do so much.
yeah,
When
I
I think about how busy you must be, I get exhausted just thinking
like an
about it.
energizer bunny, that's for sure.
I used to be, I don't know, I don't know if it's just from depression and anxiety have been being a little bit worse over the past year. That's kind of got me less motivated. But I mean, I used to, yeah, just be nonstop. But this, wow. I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know, but
I'm gonna
so
tell you, they really dropped the ball in that shooting.
well, I heard that. Okay, I heard that he got okay. Like here, you got to get buzzed in. I mean, you can't get in the schools around here, and they know with the parents, they'll buzz you in. But I heard he went into an unlocked back door that
And
should not have been unlocked.
propped
I
open.
mean,
One of the teachers, well,
well, he shot.
for one, they have a gate that should have been locked, a fence. They
Down
had a
there.
gate that should have been locked. All the doors should have been
Absolutely.
locked. Well, the
That
gate
would
was
be a
open.
way for any
The gate was open. The um the
gate was
back
open
door
too.
was
Mm,
propped. Somebody had propped it, left it
wow.
open. The security guard that's supposed to be watching the cameras and the school was off the premises.
Jeez.
Wasn't even there watching the cameras and the surveillance system. What good does it have to do these? What
Well,
good does it do to have these people if they're not going to
right.
be there doing their job, right?
Is this a small town? I'm just wondering, even though I live in a very small, nothing town, but they still have all those precautions. But I wonder if it's a small town and they just were being lazy. I heard that he shot his grandmother. Last I heard, she's in ICU, and then he was running from the cops, and I mean, I just don't under. Okay, I won't get into any conspiracy theories, but I
You know
believe
why?
that
You know why our
a lot
government
of these things.
why our government don't want to go to the homeschooling, the virtual schooling, and then
Oh, because then they can't brainwash and indoctrinate
they
the
lose all
kids.
that tax money. They lose all that tax money for
That
one,
too, yeah, yeah.
and
Hmm.
two, they would have to bring the prices down again to a one family household because one of the parents would have to be home. It would have to go back to where one of
Yeah.
the parents are home all day to take care of the children and do what needs to be done,
Oh,
right?
right.
And then it would have to, so it would be a lot on them. What I'm saying is they couldn't have everybody working and just um taking us all to the cleaners, right?
Hmm.
And they can only take one person in the household to the cleaners, then not two, three, four, five.
I,
So yeah.
if if you ever have the time, and it's because I haven't even gotten through it all, 'cause it's really quite terrifying, and it's a lot of information. But I'll send you a link, an email or something. But everybody should. I use DuckDuckGo to to try and dig for truth because Google there's a lot the propaganda they don't want you. They lead and left bias, so it's a lot of times it's hard. You got to know how to you
If
said
it
that
ain't Jody
to
Sue
find truth,
Brown,
you got to know how to.
did y'all see
I know.
Jody Sue Brown?
Oh, she's trying to get on the panel.
I don't think it's her. I think it's
It's not
somebody.
her. It's
I
some
think it's
evil
some
troll.
troll.
But
That's pretty funny.
everybody should look up. There's different. Well, on YouTube you can listen to it, but it's long and it's very kind of boring. But you can. Yeah, there's one link in particular. I'll have to email you, Prayer Garden, because you can
Oh,
save
there's
it.
my sweet Norway. I'm bringing you up, sweetie.
Oh, Norway.
Hi,
But
lovely.
I
How
gotta get
you
out. I
doing,
gotta get out here
sweetie?
and go get you that link, and I'll put it in the private chat.
Hi,
But
Teresa.
um,
Okay, sweetheart. I so appreciate it, Teresa. And
hi,
hug and
Miss
kiss those
Norway.
babies for me.
Yeah, hi, Miss Norway. How you feeling?
Hi. Hi, lovely, beautiful.
It's so good to see you. I see you some
Good to
nights. I'm
see you
not
too.
real social, so I don't chat. I always, I never miss prayer garden, but some nights I'm just not
No, you
sociable,
know
so I
what?
chat.
I have to tell you something. Maybe I am the one who never missed because I have to wait. It's the middle of the night. Now it's 5 o'clock, and
Oh,
I have
five.
been waiting from 1 o'clock in the night. So
Is it
I
five?
really do love her
Oh
Oh,
wow.
I'm so
every
sorry.
night.
Oh, you know
No,
what,
because
Miss Norway?
you
You have
know, first of
Vikings. You
all,
got
she's fighting.
Vikings. You're lucky over there.
Yeah, she's fighting
Is it?
for summer. That is her first
Yes.
work. But you know, Prayer Garden, she is my mentor.
Yes.
Um, she
I'm.
always saying something good. And in the
Yes.
night,
Very
I have it
inspirational.
very difficult with the pain and my illness, and also the loss of my child. The night is always the worst time. And when Prayer Garden is on, and Prayer Garden, you are so beautiful. I was listening to you and Miss Daisy. I was thinking, what is she here? And it was so beautiful. And you know what that say about your prayer garden? You put summer first. That is the proof everybody need. You
Yeah,
put summer first
that's
because
Absolutely.
no matter
that.
what they have done,
Yep,
prayer
that's
garden.
definitely true.
Yeah,
Also, prayer garden, she holds her own. She doesn't, she knows her facts. She does her homework. So these people that, because somehow John Davis True Crime Channel, I like him and his wife. They're funny. They're very common sense, good people. And this must have been, I don't know how long ago prayer garden this was, because he had a video of between you and Tiffany on John Q channel. And you won, obviously. But I don't know how. I'm like, wait a minute, when was prayer garden? Because I don't listen to. I only watch you and like two, three other channels, and Tiffany I can't see. Anyway, um, I'm sorry, I forgot what my point was. Oh, but yeah, you hold your own. So oh, that was because the video. You Tiffany was trying to act like but you knew what you were talking about. It was about Jody Sue, and so she prayer garden, she knows. I mean, people they underestimate her all the time and they never win. And then she just
no, it's
inspires
not
you
about that. I was thinking it's about, you
in
know,
summer.
so
Yep.
many people have done her wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
that she can actually talk and come together is so powerful because
Yes.
the person we are doing it for is Summer.
Exactly. And she
And
focuses on summer
if we
and
stay, if we stay together, the creators, you can find so much more. And
mm-hmm.
I loved it, Prayer Garden. And
Yeah.
I want to say something, Prayer Garden, if it's okay.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
love you so much. I don't know. You are just so special for me. Um, because I meet you in the time of need, in the beginning when you came out. And I took your advice, if you know what I mean, about my daughter. And I am
Mhm.
really trying. And because of you, I have cleaned out the room who was standing for over, yeah, 8 years. And I have so much to thank you. You cannot even fathom what you're doing for people. And also, I want to say, I have so much respect for a single woman who teaches her children school at home, and she
Mm-hmm.
is a widow who is fighting for the children. I have to say, I have never seen it before, and I know I will never see it again.
I agree.
And the way you was talking about Jose Roman, it was so beautiful. And
Yeah.
you and Justin, I don't know, I love him. He's
Yeah,
so
he is sweet. He is
he is
sweet.
so sweet. And and I also want to say, I am so sorry for everybody in America for the loss of your children. But your children is also my children. I have been crying so much. It's terrible. It's
Yeah,
No,
terrible.
it is hard.
so
It is
It is
hard.
terrible.
this is all, I mean, we have evil taking over the world. We gotta all stick together because this isn't just here or there. I mean, evil is overtaking everywhere, and
Yeah.
Thank
this
you,
is
the
You know,
boss.
the
But
only.
we're only as strong as God allows us to be.
yeah,
We
we are
truly
very
are
boss.
just as strong as
We,
He allows us to be, and I thank Him that He makes me as strong
the
as He
world is
does in my
evil.
time of needs. Absolutely,
You know
all
what?
glory to God.
And they
Children dies every day. You know what I feel is the most difficult? That children are actually in 2022 dying of hunger. That I can never live. I cannot accept. It's and also, we are helping Ukraine. All the world, America is also helping Ukraine, but we are
Hmm.
so close. They are coming here, and when
well,
I am to the hospital,
they
I go
won't
often to.
invade your country. I
Yeah,
pray.
I meet women.
What?
They have been raped. They
But
have been. The children have been about the Russian killed. It's terrible world. It's a terrible world.
yeah, and
Yes, it can't get no more evil than it's getting right now.
No,
I believe
I
we're in
think
Absolutely
it's
not.
the end.
years.
It's
I think
coming to the end.
we're in Revelation.
And I want to say another thing. I am so scared I will forget. Um, these cats, I don't know if it's allowed, but I want to thank White Widow Baby and Brown Bear and D-Boss and all the women, and of course men, but I have never seen so much love and so much support in my life. And this family of yours, Prayer Garden, is the best.
It is.
When the
It is.
White Widow Baby,
As
when
soon
she
as
was
she made a
sending my
channel,
address,
I was over
I
here,
was
and I
so,
haven't been back there since the Ziggy's.
uh, I,
God has put this channel together,
yeah, he
and
has
He has
absolutely.
blessed it. He has really
Yeah,
blessed it for
yeah.
summer.
When White Widow Baby sent the address, I was feeling so guilty because I don't like to be getting attention. But at the
Oh,
same time, I am
we all
happy
do.
to get a card in a dark day. I will be so happy. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. Um, you're so beautiful, woman.
And you
And
are too, and we love having you.
Absolutely.
so,
I, yeah, I'm so grateful to Prayer Garden too. I mean, I really liked listening to her
yeah,
over, and when she got her own channel, I was right over here, and really, I look forward to it. And I might
yeah,
catch, like I say, maybe three, maybe four other channels. I'll once in a while check out,
yes,
but not the bullying and the drama channels for sure. No, no, no.
no,
Um, and like I said, I've been obsessed with the Delphi murder case too. But Prayer Garden, she inspires me. I mean, because I've been trying to get back to God, and I pray. I've been, for the past
yeah,
well, when you lost a baby, didn't you, Janica? Just, I lost one to SIDS, and so at that
yeah.
point
My
in time,
12-year-old daughter died. Yeah, I
yeah,
lost a daughter.
my
Yeah.
my baby was 7 days old, but and I lost all faith in God at that
I
point.
am so
And,
sorry for
but
you. I also lost a baby this many years
that's what
ago.
I thought, your baby. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's the hardest thing. You can't explain what losing a child's like, but that. Well, I was raised Catholic, and my dad's mother, she was very strict Catholic, but I'm more of a born again Christian, I guess you'd say. But when that happened, I
Yeah,
just couldn't understand. I hated God. I mean, but of course,
Oh,
through the years, I prayed and talked to him, um, you know, and in Prayer Garden, she just helps me get back. I love listening to her
yeah,
when she prays and talks, about God,
yes,
because it gives me, because I'm always like, I guess Prayer Garden just keeps me grounded in that way,
yeah,
and she's
when
uh, yeah.
when
inspiration.
when it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing to lose anyone, and you know that you love.
That's
I mean, if you truly love someone,
Oh yeah.
there is no pain like losing them and them not
No.
being here with us
And you
anymore.
lost your mother and your husband
Yes,
Oh,
but
same.
I,
when
I, I
when the
have
two
lost,
children,
yes, I've lost many,
I
but
know.
I feel that, I don't question God. I say, God, I know they're there. I mean,
yes,
I have baby in heaven as well.
well,
And, and I tell God, look, you know, you just, I understand I don't have time to blame God for nothing because it's not God's fault.
and God
It's the
needed,
it's the devil's fault. And
yes,
believe in, I believe in, I take self blame for my wrongs that I do. I take
hmm,
self blame, and I'm going to let the devil take self blame for his wrongs as well.
yeah,
And he's the one that created all this evilness and roams the earth trying to cause all of the issues and make us hurt the way we hurt when bad things happen. And it's him and his evil spirits that's causing all the hell and havoc that humans are going through. And
right,
without God, you have nothing. And to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of people don't understand that when these bad things happen to us, we have to understand that there's a lot worse things
mm,
than
yeah,
death, a lot worse things than death. And the thing is when these people, they pass away, just think this way, they don't have to go through none of the pain and
right,
misery and suffering that we're going
No,
through right now
yeah,
through this
thank
life,
God
right?
for this now,
no.
you know they're in a much better place. They're in a
Yes.
place where
yes,
we want to be already. They're where
Yes.
we're trying to get to go. And
exactly,
they're standing there rooting for us, and they want us
Yes.
to be with them again. And when
hmm,
you have somebody in heaven, when God takes someone, then you should not see that as a problem. You should see that as a challenge, because
Yes.
now you really got a reason
right,
to be the best person you can be in order to be there with
True.
them again, right?
and I totally agree with that
Amen.
prayer
And that
garden.
will be
You,
forever. And if how can we say how much we miss them here if we ain't doing the right thing to get back with them forever?
Yes, and
you
I
know,
absolutely
prayer
know what you're
garden,
saying, and I agree. It's just
because you
what
have
happens
children,
to you. It
you,
takes a long time to snap out of that and to realize
yeah.
that, you know. So
Absolutely.
I look at it this way: when
Prayer
Dad,
garden, why I love so much when you're there. It's not only that I lost a child, but the aftermath after you losing the child, the two children who was left, and what happened with them and with me, the guilt that I wasn't there, the guilt that I am still feeling, and what have happened, with one of
No
my
matter
child.
no matter
And
how we
what I
lose a
want to
child.
say, why I'm
well,
so happy is because, this is not my fault. This is
no,
depression. I can't go to church because, when I see children like the age of 12, and
it's
it's similar, I don't know, prayer garden, what happened to me, but
Miss Norway.
I can't. And
Can I?
because I don't go to church, I have been isolated. And
Right.
Yeah,
because I am sorry, the 12 years age is a problem for me. And that's why this channel is so important,
mm,
because we all grieve different. It's not about grieving, it's about mental health also.
yeah.
Right.
And
Can I
that's
ask
why
you
I need
something, Miss
God in my
Norway?
life.
Right.
Miss
If I
Norway.
didn't have God, prayer garden, I will never be here. I am so happy for Jesus and God. I am
Yes.
so happy.
Can I ask
And
you something, Janet, Miss Norway? Um,
yes,
well, again, and a real quick prayer, and yeah, and I mean, but initially when that happens, when I lost my daughter, I mean, if it weren't for my 5-year-old son who's now 18, I wouldn't be here. So thank God. I mean, I would have done something really stupid, but um, but no, when I mean, now I've come, this was it happened in 2008, but I agree with what you're saying, and I look at it now, she's with my father's with her now,
yeah,
my grandma, I was so close. I'm the black sheep of the family. I I never fit in, I don't want to be like everybody else, but my grandma, I was so close to her. And so
yeah.
she's with all of them now, but Miss Norway, um,
Did you get
do you
children afterwards?
did you what's that?
Did you get a new
Yes,
child
my daughter.
after you
Yes,
lost?
yes.
Yeah,
My
she
daughter's
was
now
my
15.
youngest one. I
Oh,
also lost for many years ago a boy. He was born dead,
oh,
and
geez.
no, but I think many women have. There is so many women have. It's a different grief, but it's terrible. It's terrible,
Hmm.
and I'm so sorry for your loss.
You know,
And
no
I
matter how we lose a child, we
yeah,
blame
it's
ourselves, right? We blame
yes,
ourselves. We think that
yeah,
somehow,
we
some
do.
way, something we could have
Yeah,
done, you know,
Yeah,
to have made things different. And, there's
but
really there's
but
really nothing, you know. I
you
mean,
be.
God goes before us,
Hmm.
and he knew before we got there the pain we were going to endure when we get there, right?
Yep.
And
yes,
he made sure that Jesus went with us. And whether we knowed it or not, Jesus was right there feeling the pain just like we was. Angels
yes,
watching over us and trying to let us know that, it's okay. They're in a better place. We just need to understand, one day we're going to be there too if we live the
And
right kind of
you said
life
the other
and
night we
and
have
just
yes,
to
trust in
live our
him the way we
we
needed to
our
trust in him.
lives.
And that
Yeah.
and that and I understand, that's super hard to do. We can do it in the spirit, right? But in the flesh, it's
yeah,
hard.
Hmm.
And, that's why we need to get on our knees. That's why we need to
yes.
look up. That's why we need to invite God into
You
our
said it, prayer
body,
garden. You
minds,
said
and
it best.
souls. We need to
You said
invite
it
Him
best
in
the other night.
because it's just too much for us. It's too
It's,
much for us to endure.
Hmm.
And, we can't do it alone. And if you got God, you're not ever alone. And,
Hmm.
somehow that peace comes over you and you
yeah.
know that he's with you and you
Hmm.
can move on
You,
and it's okay. It's okay.
Right.
Teresa,
And you
it
said
looks
it
like you
best.
have a beautiful daughter now in the picture.
Well, that's my son. He'll be in kindergarten.
Oh,
He
because
has a
I
hat
was
on.
looking at the pink glasses.
His are red. And
Is it
I don't
red?
know. Sometimes
I
when I come
start to
up
get
here, I don't.
old.
Sometimes when I'm up here, I don't have an
He
avatar.
was so
I try to
beautiful, but I
change.
was looking and it's red.
Yeah.
So I was
But
just, yes.
prayer
I am
garden said.
sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Well, I gotta
Yeah.
go get that link and get off and get that link. But real quick, Miss Norway, I have a question for you, quick. But prayer garden, you said it best the other night. You said something to the effect, when we lose loved ones, now we want to see them when we pass. So we have to live our lives
Yeah.
the righteous way and follow God and Jesus. And you put the way you
Absolutely.
put it was obviously, so beautiful. And I
Absolutely.
totally get that really hit home with me.
I think that when it's our time to go, that it's our loved one that
Yeah.
we see standing there with their hand out
Yeah.
to take us away. You
Hmm.
know, I truly believe that if you're a righteous person, you die easy and you take the hand of a loved one that's going to lead you
Yeah.
where someone they loved led them, and that's to the other side where it's nothing but pure peace, love, and glory to
Yeah.
die no more. I mean,
And I'm like
that's
you.
my personal opinion.
And I'm like you, prayer. And I mean, I imagine, if I'm live my life right and I'm lucky enough to make it to heaven, that yes, also I think when people pass that, I always picture if I reunite with, like, my dad will look the way he did at his age when he passed, my grandma, my daughter, you know what
Right.
I'm you in that sense.
Yeah.
um
Absolutely.
that's
Prayer
terrible,
And you
Trish.
garden.
I'm so sorry
You
she
know, when I
lost
was in the
a young
hospital,
you
holy.
I was,
know I had a dream, and in this dream I seen I had walked out. I was getting ready to go to the store is where I was going,
yeah.
and I had looked up in the sky and I seen this giant. It was a big giant clown,
Hmm.
from the sky hanging to the ground, and it was shaped. It was in the shape of the form of a human, like Jesus,
Yeah.
and as I watched it move, this
Mhm.
this this huge cloud move, it would
Yeah.
move a little, and I would see people going up in the air.
Wow.
At first, I thought it was like fireworks or something, and then as I looked closer, I could see it was these people, and they had like all of them were wearing white, every last one of them, and I thought they was wearing like a white sheet or something. I said, "Why is these people going up with the sheet around them or something?"
Hmm.
And anyway, and I seen, I thought they were like possibly on a stick or something. I didn't know, but I seen them going up in the air. And then I realized that no, they're wearing white gowns and that's their feet. They have no shoes on.
Mm.
Well, take your shoes off, Moses. You're on holy ground, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
Email you.
they were going up with no shoes on because they were going to be on holy ground.
Aw.
Now in Revelations, it tells us that they, when um John went up there and he saw, everything. Jesus said, don't, or God or Jesus, whoever was talking to him, I think it was God, said, do not measure this area because that is for the Gentiles, right?
Hmm.
Don't measure that area. Um, which is a holding tank in heaven for us, the Gentiles. Um, and that's for when the rapture comes. That's where we'll be until evil's wiped off the face of the earth. The earth
Wow.
is renewed, and then we'll
Oh,
be returned back here. So
Yes.
that's
what I had dreamed of was the rapture, and it was coming. And I remember when I was going up, I seen someone. I seen someone, and I felt so sad. I was so sad, because they were on the earth, and I wanted them to go up too.
hmm
And
Yes.
I was so sad.
that they
But
did.
Jesus, as I extended further up, Jesus took that feeling away from me.
Mm.
Complete peace came over me. But I
Yeah.
remember being so sad that I saw that person, and I
Wow.
wanted so
Yeah.
bad for them to go up as well.
I need to. I would love to
What a
talk to you
special
sometime,
dream.
Prayer Garden, about the rapture. That, see, I was raised Catholic, so I never heard of that before. And as I, and then we don't, I did email you. You wanted my number a long time ago. You probably lost it. It was an email a
Right.
long time. I'm so confused about that, and that's something I'd like to talk. I would love to hear, to be able to ask you questions and talk to you about that privately sometime, because there's so many people that fight about, is there a rapture, is there not, is there.
There absolutely is a rapture, and that's going to come. Because, see, what you don't understand is before the Antichrist can rise up, the beast, before the
Right.
Antichrist and the beast can rise up on the earth, the Holy Spirit has to leave. That's the reason evil can't completely take over, is because
Okay.
the Holy Spirit is still here on the earth, and we, God's children.
Yeah.
And until the Holy Spirit is taken off the earth, and that's why when the rapture comes, when God's going to gather up all of his children, we're all going up, and the Holy Spirit's going up with us. And that's
Yeah.
why pure evilness will rise up and take over. And the people left behind, well,
It's gonna be.
they're going to go through hell, right?
Yes.
They're going to go through hell when all they had to do was invite God into their life. Jesus, seek and they shall find. Put him in there. Just ask. Just ask, please come into my life and let me be saved. Let me serve you. I'm ready. And he will. And
Mm-hmm.
get baptized. Get your eyes open and
Yeah.
follow God. Do what's right.
I believe we are coming to God no matter what if we are baptized.
You got to be, no, because see,
Yeah,
you,
listen,
you
listen.
have to go under, you have to be. See, a lot of people, you have
You
to be
don't have to.
baptized. You have to be baptized because that's the only way to get your eyes open.
It's about your heart. It's
When
not
you
about.
when you go down into the water, you see, you go down like Jesus. He died, right, for our sins, and then he was raised in 3 days. When you go down into the water, your sins are washed away. And when you're brought up, you're a new person. You're not
Yeah,
the
what
same
about
person
the
anymore.
children who is not
The
baptized?
old
I
you
was
goes
baptized
away.
born,
Uh,
but
well, the Bible does say that children will be accountable. They will be accountable for their sins as well, let it be right or wrong. And
No,
that's why
listen,
Jesus said,
that
that's
I
why
don't
Jesus
believe
says
in.
it's better to have
No,
a
no, no.
millstone around
No,
your
no,
neck
no.
than to
Children are
keep a
clean.
child from coming to me.
Children are clean. They can never go to hell.
And
I don't.
if the child does not know right from wrong, they will automatically go to heaven. Absolutely.
What about if
Yeah.
they,
If
Because
they're
when
old,
I got,
but if they're
like
old and if
I
they're
got no
accountable, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. This is
right.
Bible. This is what God says, not PG says.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says if a child will be held accountable if the child is of age of knowing right from wrong.
yeah,
They they are old enough to be accountable, and they will be accountable for their sins. Absolutely. Don't keep your child from getting baptized and saved
no,
and
wait,
baptized.
it's another. When I get my oldest daughter with the special needs,
Right,
when this is a damage from the birth. She was in a ventilator for 2 months and have the lungs infects and she
right,
lost the oxygen. Okay.
right,
So when I gave birth to her, I was only 14 and 13, not 14, but
right,
and I was so young. And I remember I was so scared, Prayer Garden, because they say to me, we must find a priest because she must get back. You remember, this is long time ago.
right.
She is over 30 now, and I am 48. And I was so scared my child would not come to heaven. I was
Wow.
panicked. And they baptized her. And after
Absolutely.
that, and he get to baptize her
Right.
because he say he need to do it fast because they told me she will die.
That's right.
And this scenario is stuck in my head because I don't believe that if she didn't get baptized, if he
Well,
didn't make it, you
Well,
well,
understand?
but that
here's
was
the
a
thing.
she was
If she would have passed away as a baby,
Yeah,
I believe she would have
yeah.
instantly went up to heaven.
yeah,
Absolutely.
That's what I
She's
mean.
a new baby. But
yeah.
it
Yeah,
didn't hurt. It did not hurt that they baptized her.
I
Because
It didn't
know.
hurt.
because like
But
with
And
if
my
he
and a lot of times the priest will do that. They would do
but
that
you
for
know,
your comfort. For your
yeah.
well,
comfort. If something happened, they do it for the mother's
No, not for me
comfort.
because I didn't know
I
I was so young.
I just had
The
the
hospital room.
pastor baptize my baby girl at the funeral home. I mean, but
But Prayer Garden, we
since
have to remember many people are listening to us. So it's
Absolutely.
important that we say, like you said, children will come if they don't manage to baptize them.
I think any child
Words have power.
I think any child 12 and
Yeah,
under 12 and
yeah,
under is
yeah.
going to instantly open their eyes in heaven
I
because 12 and
agree.
yeah.
under you do not know. You
Now
do
my
not really know
when
right from wrong,
No, you
right?
do not.
my
But
niece was
when
like
you
And he
get old
also
enough,
say, let all children come to me.
I think that when you get old enough to, when you're old enough to be sinister, like
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie,
yeah,
are sinister.
some children 13, 14,
Yeah,
15 years old, they are sinister little children.
younger.
They know
very much
exactly
so.
they know
Yes,
exactly the evilness that they're doing and they still do it.
yes.
They know better, but they're still
Also,
doing it.
children who kill. I
E-
just
ex-
No,
saw a boy,
exactly.
my
12 years, he killed.
my
Exactly.
my
And
aunt.
those children right there really they need to
Yeah,
be in
all
church and
accountable. Yes,
they need to find God and
I
get
agree
baptized.
with you.
What I'm saying is when people have the fear of God in them,
Yeah,
they they're
Yeah,
not going to, they're not going to commit sins. They're not going to do anything to defy God because they want that everlasting life, right? They're
hmm
yeah,
afraid. and it
Yeah.
keeps them, it keeps them on the right track, and that's a good thing, because here's the thing, you know, say, for instance, okay, say there's no religion at all, right? Absolutely none. Let's just take everything out of the equation. No
Hmm.
religion at all. Isn't the Christian way the best way to live anyway?
Yeah, it
Yes.
Isn't
is.
being kind, loving,
Yeah.
caring,
Yes,
kind,
Yes.
I mean,
giving?
you
If
don't
you
have to
Isn't
follow
that
the
the
be
best
rules of
way
the
to
but
be
Bible,
anyhow?
yeah.
I
when you
mean, who likes
Wisconsin,
evilness? Who likes evilness? I
yeah,
don't.
If only everybody followed the 10 rules, the world will be a perfect place.
yeah,
And
But there is a God, there is good, and there's evil. You can't
yeah,
yeah,
believe in God. You can't believe in Satan without believing in God. You can't
exactly.
no.
believe in God without believing there's the devil, right? You have to believe in both.
Oh,
And
I see the devil
Prayer
here
Garden,
now.
Wisconsin, Mama wants to come
and
up.
and you I sent her a link.
Oh,
And you have to, you have to, it is, God gives every human choice. We all have choice. Free will is what it's called.
Yeah,
And that free will, if you want to do evil, you got the free will to do evil, right? And if you want to do good, you got the free will to do good. What I'm saying is, when I walk out my door, when I get up in the morning, okay, when you first get up in the morning, I choose whether I want to be a kind person and say
yeah,
good morning everyone. Oh, I love
yeah,
you, let's get this done and that done, and do it happily. Or I
yeah,
choose to get up in the morning and say, everybody the fuck out of my way. Don't talk to
yeah,
me. Get
yeah,
away.
yeah,
Slam the phone. Why are people bugging me? I choose to be that bitch if that's what I choose, right? Or I choose to be the loving, kind person that, which I want to be, and I
mhm,
am,
yeah,
yeah,
but what I'm saying is I've seen people wake up the other way. I've seen them be
mhm.
mean, cruel, shitty,
And
and,
that's what I
and they choose to be that way,
I
just like
just
I choose
don't.
to be nice.
I need to say something now. You know, we are now talking about God, the power of God, and
Absolutely.
Care Garden is preaching. I am the witness that evil exists. We are talking about God, and the back chat is saying, my
I
girl
know.
is in hell. I am a
I know.
whore.
These
I
people
have
are evil. That's what
I've been married, and
nothing I
after
say
my
is nice.
marriage, what he done? I have never kissed a man. I am not a whore, and my girl is going to hell, and he want me to kill myself. You know what? That is evil.
Miss
So
Norway,
we have evil.
Right.
I used to respond to them, but I don't even look at it anymore.
No,
It's just
no.
so
I just was
even
saying
people who
there
can
is
say
so
stuff
much
like that, that
evil,
is evil. That is
and
evil.
these people
And
need
I will
to
never
pay.
understand how people can say anything like that. I don't care if they think they're funny and just trolling. How can anybody, even behind a computer with anonymity, how can you say things like that to people?
No, I don't
I
know.
will never understand these
We don't
people
even care. But
Because that human,
they
what you
have,
don't understand is whoever is writing that, they hate their self. They
oh,
have
obviously,
issues
yeah,
with
they
their self.
also,
It's
yeah,
not
just
any,
like
what you don't understand is
all bullies, they do not
I
like
don't pay
themselves.
attention to back chat. Actually, I don't pay attention to
Oh,
any evil
yeah, you
people,
guys, this is evil back here.
due to the simple fact that I know it's not about me at all. It's all about them. And those are
Mm-hmm.
their
yes,
issues to deal with, not mine. And I
Exactly.
could care less about them.
no,
That has nothing to do with me. So therefore,
no.
you know, it's
They
all
get what
upon
they
them.
want.
They will
I know
answer to
they get
God
what they
for it.
want.
You know, uh, I never liked bullies. I stuck up for the bullied kids at school. I mean, and I tell my daughter, because she's 13, I'm like, because she had an issue with a bully. This girl would never leave her alone. And I try to tell her, look, these people, they don't like themselves. They have to rip other people down to somehow in
Absolutely.
some twisted way feel better about them. So,
Yeah.
and I know at that age it's hard to just, ignore. But I just, I teach my kids, like prayer, if you don't start it, but if somebody's messing with you, I would not, you would not be in trouble for standing up for yourself, if you know what I mean. But I mean, because I was bullied in like junior high, for a year. I mean, high school, but I didn't like the cliques. I just had my friends. But I mean, I would see horrendous bullying. It was horrible. And these people, I don't understand. I guess I just wasn't raised that way. It's not in me.
No.
Yeah, if somebody,
It's
of
just I
course, we're all
have
in
my
situations where
computer
people
and
do
it's
things.
coming with big letters like this big. But Prayer Garden, I have a question and then I'm finished about this religion.
Okay.
Um, you know, when I was at the hospital this time, they lost me and they have to put a tube to get me to breathe because the kidney shuts down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And when I come together, they boom the rib bone. I don't know the name. Um, and when I came back, I was like, and somebody is talking about when you go this place, they see something. I didn't see anything. Is that because I am not a good people? I have been thinking about that. You know, somebody say if they die on the table, they see angels, they see um,
Yeah.
good thing. I didn't feel or see anything. And I was a little scared because I thinking maybe I'm not good enough. Um, do you believe in that?
The near,
And they said you died.
Yes, they lost me. They didn't say exactly that I died. They lost me, so they have to intube me,
Mm-hmm.
and boom, boom, they broke to get me back.
Right.
And
Well,
when
no, you didn't.
and
You
I
saw
got water in the lungs, I was
you
very, very
you
sick.
you saw nothing. You saw nothing
No,
because you weren't
nothing.
gone long enough to see
Okay.
anything. They got
Yeah,
you right back.
yeah,
Had they lost you, the only way you see heaven or hell is if
yeah.
you are, that's why they call it, that's why they call it, you know, 10 minutes in hell, right?
Yes.
Because you have to actually be gone for a second to know where you're going. The spirit has to
Yeah,
we
yeah,
basically your spirit didn't even separate from the
I
body.
understand
They
now.
got you
Yes.
back immediately, which is a
Yeah.
good thing. Is a good
Yeah.
thing.
and I
Um,
Thank you, Prayer Garden, because I want to be a good example for my children and for everybody. I try to be good, but I think maybe I'm not good enough.
when no, you're perfect, and you're perfect, and I tell you, you're perfect because God put you here for a reason in this chat right here,
Yeah,
and and I feel that if God didn't want you, He wouldn't have led you here to
that's
strengthen to
true.
strengthen your love, your hope, your
Thank
faith,
you.
and everything in Him to get you where you need to go in the next life.
So
Absolutely
nice.
not. He led
Thank you,
you
Prayer
here so
Garden.
you could be saved
you have a
and you
purpose.
can get to the next place. And yes,
Right.
Yeah,
and
thank
you
you.
didn't go nowhere because your work on this earth ain't done yet.
Yeah. Yep. She has a
Your work
purpose
on this earth ain't
here.
done yet. You've got
Mhm.
more things to do. And when it's your time to
Yes.
go, He'll take
Amen,
you and He'll
Justice.
take you peacefully.
Well, I wish I can give you a hug, Prayer Garden. You're so nice.
Oh,
Miss
hon, I
I
wish I
Norway,
really
could
wish
hug
I
you.
thank
can
you,
give you a
Justice,
hug.
for all's comment.
But
I couldn't say anything better myself.
I
I'm
have
gonna
dreamed
I'm gonna
about
ask the
you.
Lord to be there and hug you for me. I just
I
hope He
have
wraps
been
His
dreaming
arms
about
around
you
you
so
and
much.
just hug you. I pray He
You are
just
so special, you don't even know it.
Miss
I
Norway,
definitely pray that Jesus is with you right now, just hugging you, Miss Norway.
Thank
You're such a beautiful
mhm,
person, and
he is.
I'm sure the angels are there with him, hugging you as well. You're
thank you.
just a beautiful, blessed person. Don't ever let no one tell you anything different
No,
because you
and White
certainly are,
Widow
hon.
baby, she's no. And you must
You
take care of White Widow baby. You must always have her. She's
she ta-
beautiful.
she takes care of PG. That's my
Yeah,
right hand.
yeah, she does.
And
She
Justice,
She is so
absolutely does,
beautiful.
and I thank God for her all the time. She's a
and look at
beautiful.
Justice comment, Miss
Yes,
Norway.
She's
she's
beautiful.
very special.
Yeah.
Very special. She's so
Yes.
beautiful.
White Widow
You
baby.
know,
You
I
have a
thank
good
God.
team.
I thank God for everyone here.
Yeah, for
You know,
everyone, they are
everyone.
so special.
We have the most beautiful family here, and I
Yeah.
absolutely thank
I
God
don't
for
always
every
Now I
chat.
last
won't
one of
talk
them.
about it
I have
anymore.
homes in here. I love it.
Now soon is 1 year at my birthday. Now 15 June. Summer
Yeah,
have been missing 1 year.
couple weeks from now,
We need
yes.
to keep talk a little about summer. I am
I,
sorry
I'm
for I
just,
was
I'm
talking
just
a lot.
keeping my hands folded that 15th of June don't come without us finding her. I
Yeah,
pray to God that,
And
amen.
I'm
you know,
concerned a little bit that I'm sorry to interrupt you, but before I forget, and because Wisconsin Mama, like I said, I don't always chat, but I'm always in here. Some nights I'm just not sociable.
oh, Wisconsin Mom, I'm bringing you up, hon.
Oh, good. I was just gonna mention what was
There
Well,
she is.
I totally
hi
lost what I was
everybody.
Hi,
How you doing,
Wisconsin.
sweetie?
Well, I
Oh,
thought you fell
Wisconsin,
asleep on me.
Wisconsin Mama. I heard you say the other night that somebody that knows Grandis was trying to get a hold of TBI and she can't get or call back. I'm getting worried about this because Chris, somebody called into Josh the Labs that Chris McDonough was on, or no, it was Scott Eastballs. That's who it was. Now he's been trying to get a hold of TBI because I guess when he was in Rogersville, he had some red truck like following him around and stuff. And he called TBI and he can't, nobody will talk to him. You'd think these people, the law enforcement would want to hear, like what I heard Wisconsin Mama say the other night. And I'm like, why aren't they returning people's calls? And uh, it's just, it's concerning that
Well,
TBI is not returning people's calls.
Hi, beautiful Wisconsin.
hi, Miss Norway.
I
I
see your
love you,
photo. You
beautiful
was looking so
lady.
sweet.
Uh, so,
Yeah.
I had talked to Per Garden the other night about that,
Yeah,
and
I heard you.
I'm
Yep.
well. I talked to her yesterday on the phone about it, and so hopefully what I want to go through will go through, and then we would just report it to
But
well, what we do is we take it to the police department in our county and then have them because they can push it through to TBI.
wait, Justice for All says I talked to TBI and they called me back in an hour. The best way to get a hold of them is through email and Twitter. Really, I would think calling them would be the
Mm,
best. But so it's just two different people now in the same week. I've heard or have concerns, and they're not getting calls back from the law enforcement. So,
right, right. Yeah, I totally get that.
and
And
I've been meaning to text you, Wisconsin Mom.
oh,
I've
it's
just
okay. I've been crazy busy too.
yeah.
But if it all falls through, then I had talked to PG about it, and we'll just go from there with it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's better for our police department to at least they can fax all her information right to TBI. They can't ignore a fax. So
Yeah. Oh, Wisconsin Mom. Also, and all of you, Chris McDonough. Okay, I don't know who if anyone, but he was asked if there was any updates on Rose's case. And all he could say right now was he spoke to the sheriff up there and they are looking at one person right now. So they are focusing on somebody and that's all he could say. So right now. So they are
Right.
hopefully, and he
Yeah.
wants to try and get I could be wrong. I'm sorry. No, I thought he said maybe he was going to try and get the sheriff on his show. No, I'm right. Maybe he didn't say that, but
He said something.
yeah, you said
um,
something. I didn't hear him, but
did you want to see the picture for tonight?
yeah, please.
oh, I love your pictures of summer. I always screenshot them and then save them and
Ain't
Oh,
that beautiful?
that one's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
You are so good with pictures, Prayer Garden.
They're beautiful. I have all of hers was like this with summer screenshot on my phone.
Perfect.
I absolutely have to give my children a lot of credit for the help in doing all of these things. They absolutely pitch in and they love Summer as much as their mommy loves her. So
Yeah.
I
Thank you, just for telling me that.
I absolutely have to give them as much credit. They help and they inspire me.
Mhm.
Update.
Um,
Prayer Vigil.
oh,
June.
I wanted to talk about the prayer vigil that's coming up. For sure.
You know, I
Update.
hope that
Prayer Vigil. June 15th, 22. Note, the Prayer Vigil mentioned for June 15th, 2022 is not a Wells family sponsored event. This is being sponsored by a private group of individuals. Logistics will be a key factor in deciding if it is possible to do this comfortably and safely. When more information is available, the update will be shared once received. This is not a general invitation to come to the area for a specific gathering like a convention. Each person coming is responsible for their decision to come to the area for their own purposes.
Now, what
what did he
he
say?
to put it in layman's terms, what he just said is, if you show up, they're not asking no one to come.
No.
They are going to hold prayer vigils. They're not asking anyone to come. Now, if you show up and anything breaks out, they
It's
cannot be
wrong.
held reliable, is what they're
Yes.
telling you.
I don't blame
They're
them.
not going to be held reliable if you show up and something happens. I mean,
Yeah.
something bad goes down. They're not going to be held reliable for you getting hurt or anything going awry, is what
You
they're
know,
saying.
I heard the most tackiest. I mean, some of these YouTubers are going to be selling merch at her vigil. Come on, people, really?
Well, when you put that up there and I was listening to it, I mean, like seriously, I got really sad because
It's
it
very
said
sad.
this is not sponsored by any of the family members.
Of course
Right.
not.
Oh, there's more.
This group is simply letting the public know that their intention is to try to have a prayer vigil somewhere that day. It is important to note that neither the Wells family nor the private individuals desiring to have the prayer vigil are inviting people to come to the area. That decision is with each person's own choice.
There you go.
Yeah.
So they're just letting you're really not invited. And if you
Yeah.
show up and something goes down, don't try to hold anyone reliable for
Yeah.
it. It's
Well, I
it's
don't blame
basically
them
their way of
because
getting out of
And this is
all
a 5 years
responsibility.
old. It's terrible.
because there's so much evil people around this case. And
Exactly. Well, there's
Yeah.
going to be
There is
Yeah.
evil all around this case.
there's going to
I
be a
agree.
lot of people there. A
Even
lot
like
of people is going to be there. 1 year mark, standing room only, more than likely. And you know,
well, I agree with Sway. Light, stay home.
I
Like
say, you know what?
I'll do.
Put your suit of armor on, your
Mhm.
crap kickers, and be ready. I mean,
Don't
stand
give
up
up,
for
prayer
righteousness.
garden.
If I live close
Prayer
enough, I
garden,
would go.
don't
hope for
go.
the best, prepare for the worst, but
I would
stand
go.
up for summer, right? Be there,
Right.
stand
Prayer
up for
garden.
summer. Absolutely.
Heartbeat.
Don't
I
you
would go in a
go.
heartbeat.
It's so sad
I
how
want to know why. I want to know why. 1
Are you
year
going, prayer
they
garden?
ain't done shit. That's what I want to
Nothing.
know.
yeah.
Nothing.
Are you
You know?
going, prayer garden? I hope you're not.
If
Because I am scared for you.
if I'm there, I will not. I wouldn't tell anyone if I was.
You
I
need to
definitely
use
ain't
a
going to
big
be.
wig and
I
a hat
ain't going to be. I'm not going to
and a
be
glass.
sticking out like a sore thumb for sure.
I am
And
serious. I am scared for you.
oh, I walk with
Yes.
God.
Prayer
You
garden.
know, it's so much evil
Yes.
people around this case.
I did well. I could be mean too if God let me.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
I wouldn't want to mess with you.
If God let me, I could be real mean,
Hmm.
especially to evil people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go and track down Jody Sue and I'd say, give me an interview. Tell me the truth. Tell me the
Are
truth,
you
or I'm gonna
going to
You're never
disconnect
gonna
your
get the truth
internet.
out of her.
Even
I'll
the
cut
Bible
your
says,
internet lines.
that when in the last days, the people that's left behind to get their heads chopped off, and that's what they're going to do to people that's
Yes,
left
it is.
behind.
You're right.
If you don't take the number, they're going to
Exactly.
you're going to hit the guillotine.
There's already proof
And
of
it
those.
says that the very second that your head goes off, you're going to go up in the air, be put behind God, and help Him destroy all of that evilness. You're going to be, well, not God, but Jesus. You will be
Yeah.
pulled up into the air behind Jesus Christ, and you will help slay the wicked upon this earth. And that's a great thing, ain't it? It's a great thing to be able to slay the evil humans that slayed you for not wanting to be evil like them.
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
my first question that I would ask law enforcement would be, has times changed on when you question people?
Yeah.
Because when you
Right.
take, when you take people in and ask them questions, you don't just like, oh, well, she'll be in tomorrow, or
Yeah.
she'll be in the next day. Oh no, we're gonna have
Well,
to go
when
get
you
her.
take people into
It's just
when you take people in to question them, you interrogate them and you let them
exactly.
go, but you let them know you will be here
Exactly.
again. And 6 months later, or maybe don't tell them they'll be there again. Let them walk out thinking they ain't. And then, a few months later, you pull them back in, or a few weeks,
Yeah.
and you interrogate them again. See
Yeah.
if their story has changed. And if it hasn't, let them go a little longer and bring them back. What I'm saying is, I've done heard Jody Sue's stories change. I've heard
Yes.
Candace's stories change. I've heard Donald's bullshit change. I've
Yeah.
heard Granda's definitely change.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen anybody that's kept their shit straight through this whole thing, right?
Exactly.
No, nobody has.
Absolutely
Nobody has.
not.
I mean, it's time for them to buckle down. Haul them
And
in
Jody
again.
Sue's son was over there in a swimming pool with Summer.
Yeah.
2 weeks before she came up missing. No, none of the boys were in it, just him and Summer in a big swimming pool. And Jody Sue was adamant that her kids deny her kids were over there on that land. Well, hell
That's a
yeah, they were.
panda pool.
And why
Ugh.
do you feel you have to deny that, Jody Sue? What the hell went down that you feel you have to lie? Why don't you tell the truth and shame the devil? Oh, I'm sorry, because you served the devil, right? Or at least that's what you try to tell people.
Well,
Prayer
tell the
garden.
truth or take a hike, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell
Prayer
the truth
garden, I
or
have
take a
some
hike.
information about summer I want to take up with you in Wisconsin, if it's okay.
Oh,
It's just
absolutely,
fine.
hon.
I've
Yes.
been listening in many hours. I don't care who likes who about the creators. I am listening every place where I think I can learn something new
Absolutely.
about. So this was in Cracking Cases channel, and I was just looking for something because this Jody Sue, I never talk really bad like this, but I know in my heart there is something wrong. So I want to learn
absolutely.
everything.
Absolutely.
First, I want to say I did go back to Squall Tits' first interview with Jody Sue. And it's difficult to understand her. Not about the cancer, but she's going in riddles. First, I
Mhm.
want to
I
say,
can't listen to her.
first, I want to say, Jody Sue said about, um, the law enforcement. She said exact word. They didn't search my yard for 2 days. I
Absolutely.
want them to,
That's
but they didn't.
yeah.
And
That's
that is
weird.
strange because if
And
my neighbor's child is missing, they are going to my neighbor.
now
And
she said, I heard her out of her own mouth say
yeah,
that Andy's mom and dad, that they wasn't coming over there searching anything, and Andy's mom and dad said no searching that property.
I
Why
don't
would you
believe.
do that?
No.
But prayer garden,
because
And I
that's
want to
where
say something
whatever
else.
happened. Maybe
They have got
because the dogs did go across that road right to Jody Sue's driveway and stop at her feet, right?
yeah,
I am coming
yeah,
to
they should
that.
have took
And
her
she
in
had her
I am
dogs
custody.
down there trying to fuck it all up. Or any other time they're
Yeah.
chained up, right?
If
But she's
those
got them
dogs
down
went
there at
to
her
her
down
feet,
there
if
trying
the
to
dogs
screw it up.
stopped at her
Listen,
feet,
I
I
have
can't
something
believe they did
important I
not
want
bring
to
her in
say,
for questioning.
Prayer Garden.
Wow.
I can say the most important first. In Cracking's case channel, he had a dog handler. I have been waiting for a dog handler. I want to listen. This woman name is Adrienne. Adrienne. And she has been a dog handler for many years. And she have worked with the law enforcement, but now she's not. But she still have the dog privately working. She
Oh,
said exactly, if the dog went to Jody Sue feet,
should have been dragged.
because remember, Jody Sue did go to muddy water and washed up her feet. And
Mhm.
if the dog still is going to her feet, the
Yep, she
woman
should have been
said,
dragged down for questioning.
it's no swipe. There must, that she said, it must have been clear contact. She
Yep.
said, either she dragged Summer or she carried Summer so her arms went to the feet
Mhm.
or the feet, something was falling down to the feet. She said after she was going in the mud water, it could not be a swipe, it must be direct contact.
Absolutely.
Prayer garden.
And
Before I
I am
forget,
so hot about this because where is the law enforcement? And Jody
exactly.
Sue
They should have
itself.
taken her in immediately. For
Well, law enforcement don't do things when they're best friends with your family.
true, true. Now,
There
prayer
you
garden.
go.
I got two more quick things, and then I have got to get off here and find that. I got to send you that link, but real quick before I forget, I have a friend on Facebook. I know him. He's not. I know him through a different case here in Avery case, Wisconsin mama. Now he's a dog handler. Okay, so I was gonna contact him, and if it's okay with you, give him your email because I'm sure he would come on and talk if you'd like to have him on. He has search dogs, and he's a
That would
really
be
nice
great.
guy. Yeah, and then the other real quick question, then I can shut up and I got to get out off here for a little bit. But now I understand Candace is not arrested; she's not being held, or she's not, But now she's the main. Everybody's still a suspect. She's probably one of the main suspects in an investigation ongoing. Now, the rumors are she's in Georgia. I've heard Alabama, whatever. But normally, of course, well, we see how it's going in Hawkins County with the law enforcement, but my understanding, I mean, they can't force you to stay, but they would say, hey, don't be leaving the state, So if she is out of state, even though I mean, I understand she's not under arrest, but do you know how that works? I mean, do they just say, I mean, can they really make you stay in the state, or do you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
supposedly she
No,
has an attorney.
no, and until
that doesn't matter.
and here's the thing: when you're being questioned upon, now here's the difference: if you're absolutely know in your heart, your body, mind, your soul, in your heart, you've done nothing, absolutely nothing wrong,
And you would
and you go in to be questioned, you sit there and you answer these questions as honestly as you can from your memory. You sit there and you honestly answer everything truthfully, right? You are being questioned. Now if you go in you're called into the police station and you have a pang of guilt somehow by doing or association, either one, you did it or who did, and you're being questioned. Now you're going to be hostile and feel interrogated. Now, see, that's the difference between an innocent person and a guilty person.
Right.
An innocent person will say, I was called in for questioning. Yeah, I cooperated. Now, a guilty person will say, damn it, they took me in, interrogated the shit out of me, this, and this, and I don't want, And Candace, from day one, has always said, not they brought me in and questioned me, and I was, answered truthfully and helped. She said, they brought me in and interrogated me. I agree. She called it interrogation from day one. Red flag, that's automatic guilt.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
cannot interrogate an innocent person. You can only
Right.
question them.
Exactly. And if you're innocent, I mean, Mark Class, I know a lot about him.
And an innocent person don't feel interrogated
Because you're
unless
going to be
law
like, give me a
enforcement starts
polygraph.
pushing over the line, which I don't think they did with Candace.
Right. And if
I
you're
think
missing
Candace
child,
was
you
pushing
don't want
them.
them to do everything they can to clear you. You're say, clear me, give me a polygraph, clear me, so you can go find who has the
Absolutely.
child. And
She didn't
now,
pass the polygraph the first time. She didn't pass that polygraph
I
until she got enough, whatever it takes in your system, and I do believe it's like high blood pressure medication will bring your heart rate down low enough that the polygraph won't detect your uncomfortableness. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And Valiums will do the same thing.
Yeah,
Um,
Valium. If you
you
take
know,
enough Valium,
yeah,
it
Valiums
will
will do the same
they
thing.
give, because I have very high blood
I have
pressure, and they give
anxiety. I don't
you.
think I could take it to a poly. I mean, my
And then,
anxiety.
and a whole lot of it depends on how you believe. See, when you're a Christian, you can't, when you're like, for instance, like myself, for instance, I don't believe that I could kill anyone. Only God can take life, right?
Yeah.
So if they ask me, did I kill someone? I can honestly say no, because I didn't. Only God can take life. I didn't
Yes.
kill him. Regardless, I mean, the answer would come out that I'm telling the truth, because that's how I believe mentally in my mind. That's honestly how I believe, right? So you got to be careful for people like that as well. And Don and Candace truly believe that, they're Christians. They truly believe that only God can take life. So even if she did something, she feels she could say she didn't, because she didn't kill Summer. Actually, God took Summer's life, not Candace, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Wisconsin Mama, I sent you a message in the
It's all
private.
in the person's mind frame as well
Yes.
when they're answering those
And
questions.
yeah, and also if they are evil, they don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, she absolutely don't give a damn.
No.
I mean,
One
she
thing
showed us
No.
that, like,
I don't. Well, the one
straight
thing I
up.
must say,
But
just
listen, if everybody listened to the first interview when they sat down, first, don't say, we must listen to them. We must go back in the future, I believe. In the beginning, I mean. Excuse my English, I am so bad. But don't saying Donald saying, she was playing outside. She loved the outside.
Mm-hmm.
That was her
her
downfall.
downfall. And
And Candice was saying, if I was here, nothing will happen
they
to her.
wouldn't have treated her. Yeah, that was
And she was saying, I was smothering her.
very
And
Yeah.
I
odd
believe
word.
she was. I believe
She
she
felt
was.
smothered. Very
And
strange.
you know about Jody Sue, the
And the
16th
baby,
of June, the day after Summer disappeared, she said, it's terrible. The parents are innocent. Candace was desperate, okay?
Right.
And I'm right. In November, she was talking so bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's terrible people, okay? In February now, this year, now she's saying they're innocent again.
Yeah.
And also, when she asked Chris McDonough about the peeping Tom,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
yeah. See, I
it
don't
was
know if she
first
knew her to
after
me about her son. I
it
didn't
was
know.
first after that she came out with Donald was lurking in her window.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, after that, she starts saying he was the peeping Tom. He never
Right.
was the peeping Tom.
So, Miss Norway, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
So,
listen.
did you see on her video? I went way back on her video, and she had said that she was looking for Summer 5 minutes before Candace even knew.
What?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's so much.
Yep. She said she was looking for Summer 5 minutes before Candace even knew she was missing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
I know.
Wow.
Well,
I know.
she said Grandis was ahead of Candace. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I heard her.
And you
But
know, the people who were seeing her son, it was the 2nd of August and the 14th of August. I think it's 3 different. This was one woman with her son-in-law, and this was Christian people. This is not Don and Candace. This was Christian people who was helping them to clean up. And you must be a good people to helping them clean up. And I am not angry. I am just in the middle of the night also. I have lost my word, but I am angry at this case. And
oh
also,
yeah,
Jody Sue say that the Securitas have taken the Dollar Tree have a photo of Summer the day before she disappeared. Is that true? Do you know? Dollar Tree have a Securitas photo of Summer the day before she disappeared. She said also.
Wow.
And you know, Squalted, she was there and she said, not only did she walk her dog, Jody Sue, she let her dog running loose. And the
absolutely.
dog is dangerous. It was running, and Jody Sue know exactly what she did.
She's
Mhm.
And
obsessed with dogs. And she even said something made I remember someone saying she made
here is my
the
theory.
dogs are the key to
Yeah.
this whole
You
thing.
know Jody Sue?
Yeah, the dogs are the key. All the dogs
Well,
they
they get on
fucked
the
up.
feet.
All the
Yeah.
dogs they used to fuck up the crime scene
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
first got there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the dogs are the key. If you look
Uh-huh.
at how they fucked the crime scene up from step one, on the Wells property and on Jody Sue's,
Amen.
that's the key. We did
Both.
it. There's the
Yeah.
key. Once you figure out
Yeah.
we were screwing everything up, you hold the key now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you
There
know
you go.
what
Well,
though?
we done
She
figured that one out.
yeah.
Here's where it all started. It all started with this lady, Don's mother, bringing that spawn into the world, right? And
Right, that's
here's
horrible
and
thing.
and these two spawns right here joining together.
Ugh.
It's dynamite.
Actually, you know, you can't believe that these two spawns, who already lost children before, ended up having these
Finding each
beautiful,
other.
4 more beautiful children, right? Right there. Let's go back. Right there. What a beautiful family, yes?
Yeah.
From 2
Mhm.
awful spawns, right? But
Yeah.
them 2 awful spawns got together and they created something very beautiful, but wasn't educated enough to know how beautiful it was and how much they needed to, stop their shit and protect it, right? To be
Yeah.
the right kind of people for these beautiful children. I
Yeah.
mean, Candace already had the hardest work out of the way, right? They were pretty much raised. I mean, they were feeding themselves, potty trained, everything. I mean, her she done hit and got over the hardest milestones with these children and was too dumb to keep it all together, right? I mean, why go that far to lose everything?
And you know what?
You
A lot
can't
of
be very smart if you do that. But
no.
here's where it all started. Candace wanted to mess with children's children, right?
Yeah.
Right here. She wanted to mess with other people's families, let them all around her family, which is a no-no. Absolute no-no.
Mhm.
But she wanted to party. She wanted to act like she was still, a single um party girl and
Yeah.
had nothing to lose, right? But she wasn't. She was a married woman with children that needed to get some responsibility in her ass and take care of things like a real woman does. But she didn't have enough ass to do that.
No, and
She
you know,
wanted,
She didn't even clean her home. She's not a
absolutely.
woman.
and you know, a lot of people are like, well, what did Don mean when he said he always knew something would happen to Summer? Well, my take on it is he knew Candace wasn't fit to
He knew
be.
Candace was bringing this kind of stuff around.
Yeah, that something would
And
happen with
and
either
you
her
know, it just
now
gets worse. It gets
yeah.
worse.
But yet he let, if he felt that way, then why, you know, he left those kids with her every day when he went to work.
there you go. There you go.
Huh.
You know, a good family. But
Yeah,
two
and
but
it's a
but
miracle.
two horrible parents right there. You know, and look at them. You know, it's like almost picture perfect, right? And there's little Summer with her little playmate, and you know, look at her, how happy she was just to have a tic tac.
Yeah.
Just to have a tic tac. She was
Yeah.
excited. And her first fish in her hand, right?
And Rihanna's
And
right. He's
and
like,
look
how
how
live?
beautiful this family. Oh, look, Daddy's taking her trick or treating.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
You know, and she felt so safe because he was with her. And
Mhm.
there she is, you know, seeing watching new life come into the world, puppies. And you know, look at her. She's excited to be on that motorcycle, right? Um,
Aw.
such a happy little thing. Absolutely, you know, this is what Candace had going on in that hill. And Jody Sue was very jealous of that. And I'm sure a lot of other people were jealous of it as well. You know, I mean, she had beautiful kids, beautiful kids. She just didn't know what she had or how to value it. And you know, it was all going pretty good, right? I mean, look at this.
Well, you just said it. She felt
Summer
safe
looked
with the
healthy
father.
up
Yes,
until,
The one who was supposed to protect her failed her.
yep.
absolutely. And I
Yeah.
told him that. And look at this. This little boy's helping her with their shoes on. Always somebody else seemed to be watching Candace's kids, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these people are having Summer a birthday party. It's for Summer. Candace ain't having her one. These people are, you
And then
know.
Candace probably sold her presents on eBay.
And look,
Ugh,
there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
This is what Candace is really after,
Yeah.
Yuck.
you know. But we're gonna go on through Candace's life a little. And here's this beautiful child. You know, this beautiful child. That's the one she should have had her arm around, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now she gets with another family because that other family went off the hill. They wanted nothing else to do with her. And now she gets with another one, right? Here
Yeah.
she is, another family she's gotten herself involved with. And everything's going downhill, right? Everything right there is going downhill. I mean, this is when Dom was in Utah with the oldest boy and they were out. And this is what Candace really wanted. See, she really wanted to hang around with
Teenagers.
way too young a
Yeah.
children. She's hanging with children. Look at her.
That's
Yeah.
so
I mean, what
nasty.
adult thinks this
She is
shit is
not a
cool?
woman.
What
She is not a
adult thinks
woman.
that's cool? Because I don't. And look at this. I mean, they party with kids.
Yeah, I mean, that's not
They're a
right at
little
all.
too fucking old to be partying with children, you know?
Yep. Hmm.
Actually, to be honest, they're just a little too fucking old to be partying at all. I mean, at
Yeah.
that age, you drinking a cup of coffee in the kitchen with other ladies talking about recipes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here you go, you know, this beautiful baby. And, you know, everybody else seems to be surrounding. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about Allie. You know, I think these kids at least got food that they would not have gotten in their stomachs if they wouldn't have been around Allie. That's why
And
I don't take it so hard on Allie because I see the good in this woman, you
Yeah.
I
know,
don't care about Ali.
and a lot
I
of people
really
don't.
don't.
And you know, and I respect everybody's opinions. But
Yeah.
see,
but she takes care.
He was their
what did
garden.
Allie have that
He was there
Candace?
and party too. She was having sex with Jose
What did
with
Candace?
the
What
children.
did Allie
She's not
have that
normal.
Candace really wanted to get close to? Right here, just like the other boy she had her arm around, right?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Why is all these people she hangs with have this son
And why is
around this
Ali
age.
giving her
Very
permission?
weird.
And what
I
is Candace doing around these people's son? And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, you know, Allie, she's got a good looking young boy there. And look at her. She, you know, she's taking pictures with Allie's, but she should have been taking pictures more with this
He is a
child. This is her
child.
child. That's her child, and that's who she should have been focused on the most. But you know, and this is about the time that the Kool-Aid started going into hair and all kinds of weird stuff.
Weird thing.
You know, all kinds of weird shit started happening. Let's move on. There you go. A bunch. You look at them partying with a man that they knew nothing about. Right? Invited him in the home around their children, and they don't know a damn thing about him.
I don't even
He-
date because
He
of
just runs out of New York City and into their home. Right?
Yeah, he
And
did.
and here, you know, it caused a big fight. Right?
Yeah.
That right there caused the big fight. It's a big falling out, right?
Yeah.
That's and look at this baby.
she looks
Look at
like
this baby, you know, no hair on his head now, right?
and her
No,
health seemed to decline so bad.
you know, absolutely.
Her health did decline.
There
You
you
could tell
go.
in the
Let's
pictures.
see. She
There,
looked
there you go. She didn't have a problem with the way she looked. She had a very big problem with the way she looked. And you
Yes.
know, but she had a mom that just fucking didn't know it, right? She had a shit ass mom
Mhm.
that did. I mean, this baby should have never been put through what this woman put her through. Absolutely not. Candace can sit there all day long and say we don't know shit. Yeah, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and we do know a lot from seeing them. We know
Mhm.
a hell of a lot. You know, I could take a few pictures and damn near tell you a person's whole life and whether they were happy in it or not, right? And photos do not lie. Photos do not lie.
No.
And this baby was, you know, not look at this.
Wasn't this
You
right
know,
before
this
she
is
was-
just a few days
Yeah.
before she ended up missing. And there she is, you know. Um looking like a cancer child, right? And she should have had long, beautiful hair. And then here comes TBI in, you know. Now they're looking for all of these people's looking for, but not her parents. They're telling them don't be looking either because she's not there. And if you know she's not there, motherfuckers, then where is she? Because you obviously know where she is if you're telling people where she ain't. Because I wouldn't know that. But they seem to know it. And you know, here's their old Ben Hill Road. And you know, you just seen greasy grandma no knee brace, right? She needed a fucking brace that morning, but you know, now she don't need one. There's Ben Hill Road. Ben Hill, what's on you? Oh, bunch of dogs. Looky there. Looky there. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? And a dead end where Donald was parking the car instead of up on the land because he knew there's going to be searching them probably. And oh boy, there's the nose piece, right? Oh, nose piece right there.
Yeah.
And talking about them. Oh, here's Allie and them talking about. Oh, there's their beautiful friend Robin talking about them, and there's Hunter talking about them. Right? I mean, all these people bearing witness, not for them, but against them.
All
And
against them.
there's Candace. You know, at first, we're going to try the religion, right? She's going to see how much she could suck out of the religious people first because they probably going to be given and give her a bunch of stuff. So and not only that, but she wants to look good in the eyes of we the people, the public, right? So she tried the church first. Let me move on here. I'm gonna bring you on down, Candace. There you go. You know, Don and her and their books and their picture taped up on their freaking, you know, yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, why they got a picture of all the kids posted there when they only got one kid missing, and why was that one kid not posted there? Because they get to see the other ones all the time, right? But the one they'll see no more, right? Why isn't that one posted up there? because that's my thought. Um, the one that's gone should have been there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no,
And
they
you know,
do a whole family, because Candace is about the boys, not Summer. And
right.
then she wants to get with this lady and make a spectacle out of themselves. Remember Don's glasses and the ass they really was
Yeah.
making out of themselves right after
Yes.
Summer comes up missing. And then this lady, look, Summer swing. I would have had that swing roped off and nobody better get near it, right? But
Right.
they was letting everybody on it. And look at this junky ass house. Look at that place. This is what that baby had to live in.
Yeah. All
This
the
is
babies.
what and look at that. Look at that. You know, this is where she supposedly disappeared, and which is pure bullshit. And here's Candace, taking her pointing finger down under there. And whoa, what is that? Grandma's trailer. Let's look at Grandma's trailer. Let's take a look at that eyesore. Oh, Candace, you got busted. She's coming out the back door, and as you can clearly see, there's no way Summer could have came out or anyone go in that they wouldn't have spotted immediately. And just pure bullshit about the back door. Pure fucking bullshit. And I've said that from day one. And then they went to talk with about getting the boys back. This is their meeting about getting the boys back. And look at them. Look at them. Dana, worthless, right? Worthless.
Yeah.
Don's got a look of, what the fuck on his face. We need time. Candace is sitting there like, the are you going to try to pawn them back off on us right now? We need time. This is when they made their 6-month plan, right? That's when they made their 6-month plan. See, Child Protective Services wasn't really trying to keep their kids that long. They wanted them kept because they wanted to party the hell. They loved what they were doing after summer. The money coming in, the freedom to be on YouTubes and talk with people. They were loving the hell out of the life they were living there. Playing all their pranks. Me and Donnie, they don't need no kids, right? Then they go on to Dr. Phil's show because they didn't want to, but I told them how shitty they're going to look if they didn't. That wasn't going to be good for them, right? Of course, I want to get them on Dr. Phil. And there they are. Look at her. You really lay down some fucking where when you got your child missing. And look at this. She needs to go. She was feeling interrogated. As always, anytime somebody wants to ask a hard question, she cries and has to leave, right? And here they are up in Utah. This is when up in Utah when they was visiting up there making a memorial. Well, if Summer's just missing, why are you making a memorial like she's dead, right?
Right.
Don't make no sense to me either. Oh, and then they stopped see their old buddy Benny Keys. I mean, they was making this out of a fun fest, right? A fucking
Well,
mini vacation.
they
And now
did.
they're back at home. Oh, I thought the fucking dogs run off all day and don't come back. Well, it looks like daylight to me and they're all fucking there, right? But they wasn't there on June the 15th to protect Summer. Bullshit.
Yeah,
Pure
right.
fucking bullshit. But then she goes and she parties out in the pool, right? She goes and parties out with Benny Keys. Well, let's wait for it because there's a lot more coming down the pike. There they are, partying it up, having fun, right? One big part, and Cam and Allie's right there in it too, falling off the bandwagon. And there is Candace laughing, giggling, Dawn in his R&R, rest and relaxation, rich and rare. And there's Benny singing love songs, trying to get Candace in the mood, right? While he's in Texas. He's going to try to get her in the mood.
Prayer garden.
And
Oh,
I ain't
Justice.
done, hun. There she is in a hotel room. She can't get her kids back, but she can be in a hotel room where someone else has got theirs, right?
I wouldn't
Um,
let her near any children.
total bullshit. And then she goes to this guy. You know, she's running around to every man's YouTube at that time, right? Any man that would let her up after she sent Don to jail. And let's move on with it.
I'm gonna let her know, White Widow baby.
There she is, really smiling, having a good time, another good time. Yeah, come on, Candace. Show us some more what you was doing while your daughter's missing. Oh, and then she gets with him, right? He wants to sing her a lullaby too. And I think he still is, to be honest. I think Candace is staying with a friend, not his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, her friend, and who he's seeing is Candace. I mean, that's what I'm calling. And that's why Candace hasn't been back out here, is right here. Because she don't want people knowing.
Maybe
And neither does he. That would be awful fucking disgusting, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
you know, and all the time we got a missing child, right? We got a missing child. And who they hang with. What kind of people did they socialize with and have around their children? Frank Light? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Justice
go.
Master.
There's old Frank.
Yuck.
Red Heel?
Ugh.
Yeah, he looks like a great one to have around your children as well, right? Which at least he was telling the truth. And he's also Andy's cousin. There's Jody Sue. Oh, looky here, another one. Oh, Jerry. Now
Was
let's
that
come on.
Don's coworker that he blamed who ended up
This is
dying?
Dudley. This is the coworker he was trying to blame the hardest.
He was the
Let's
most
go on.
credible.
Oh, and Jose. Let's not forget about Jose, the one up there, you know, as well. And, you know, partying till the falling out happened, right? And this is the stuff they allowed to go on inside the home around their children, right? Right here. And this guy, he came out of nowhere.
Thank you for blinding me.
They took the children to meet up with these people, right? And they even let this man run off with the boys. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying I wouldn't let no one take my children under any circumstances, especially if you just lost one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And right there, you know, look at this poor baby, bald headed. The other three boys have hair. So don't tell me it was lice. There was more to it than that.
No, I hadn't thought about
And
that.
and that last and at the end, you know, at the end, let's go back to June the 15th. Who was there? Who was there supervising this baby? Grandis and Candace. These are the two that I'm going to blame because that's the ones this baby was in the custody of.
Yes.
That whatever went down on their watch, and I'm sure they know what happened. The way they lied, the way you see everything that we just watched, they fucking definitely know what happened to that baby. They're lying pieces of shit. And you know, and I'm here to prove it. I mean, you know, go big or go home, right?
Well,
But,
exactly.
and she had an opportunity. She went to all of those YouTubers, right? Benny Keys, the other guy, Ernie. She went to all these freaking YouTubers, but she had a chance with the news. She had a chance with the news to put her baby out there, right? But she wrote a fucking letter. Really, Candace? Really?
I'm sorry. It's so
You dumb fucking bitch.
So freaking crazy that whatever happens next just would make your head spin again.
Well, this is what happened. This is what happened. They destroyed this child. They destroyed her. Look at her. They fucking destroyed her because they didn't ever give a rat's ass about her in the first place, right? And I don't think they really gave a shit about the other three, to be honest, but more so than they did her. Because Candace sees every female she sees, even her own children, as a challenge instead of a blessing. She's a worthless she's a worthless animal. I
Mhm.
mean, this woman has some serious fucking mental problems, and she shouldn't have ever had any children at all, to be honest. But this baby's now in the arms of Jesus, right? She's in the arms of Him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
and
I
and
believe so.
and one day when we get to a better place than this, we're going to be with her again, right? I
Mhm.
mean, it doesn't matter where her earthly body is really, because the real her is with
Right.
Him.
But her brothers deserve to.
And her brothers will see her again also, and I
Yeah.
believe soon. I believe that we're all.
Yeah.
That's why I say get your house in order, because
Yeah.
this is a wicked, evil world, and it's going just like Revelation said. And if you don't get your house in order, you're going to be left behind. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And you don't want to be left behind, because right now, it's so easy. It's so easy to be ready and go when the Lord comes. And believe me, no, we don't know the hour, the minute, or the hour of the day, do we? But
No.
the thing is, you know, that minute, hour, and day is the very second you shut your eyes. And like Summer, 1 year ago she was running around, right? And she's gone. Well,
Yeah,
and all of those children at the school. So you don't know when your time's going to be, but you better be ready, right? Because you want to go up, not down. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And you want to see the people that you love again, and you want to see them forever, right? I mean,
right. So,
and some people
I
might laugh and say, "Well, my loved ones are in hell." Well, you'll still see them as you're going up. You'll see them, and you'll be glad you're not there with them at that point, I'm sure. But you know, point being is, you can't save anyone else. You got to save yourself. You got to, and that's what I tell you. God gave you this life to live the way you want. Live it, because you ain't going to get a second chance to live it here again. And
Mm.
no one
right.
has a right to be telling you how to live it. It's your life. Do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
You
So,
know.
And I
PG,
gotta hop
can
off.
I?
Oh,
Okay.
Justice had a question though. Before he wanted, he was wondering if you knew about or had known what happened to that love cedar couch that was
The blue couch.
Down
The
the
blue
basement
couch
by
that
the
was in the
door?
basement.
yes.
Absolutely
Yes.
not. I questioned where that was, and no one would tell. Right there's the problem. That
Yeah.
woman wants that more than she wants anything else, and that's all she gives a damn about. And people like that should not have children.
Oh no,
Alcoholics
she's a drug addict. She's a drug addict and an
alcoholics
alcoholic.
should not be allowed to have
Yeah.
children. If you're an alcoholic, if you do not go through rehab, then you should lose your kids. That's just my opinion. You know,
Yeah.
it's absolutely my opinion, because your children ain't, if you're an alcoholic, your children
Prayer
are not
garden,
safe with you.
prayer
They're
garden.
they're
I
not
want to
safe.
say something about that. There is many rich alcoholic whose children living in the suburbs, but they are functioning alcoholic, and in the night when they come home, doctor and everything, they are drinking.
And their
It's a
children
lot.
and their
In the
children ain't safe, because
It's not only the poor, it's
the
everything.
children still ain't safe, because because alcoholics pass out, and when they
Exactly,
pass out they
exactly,
right.
don't know what the
But
hell
they're
happened
rich.
for hours.
The
exactly.
kids see
That
their
was my
nannies
point.
or the maids more than the parents. If they're rich.
Yeah.
And
No, but I was thinking it's not only the poor, it's so much in the rich, and alcohol is destroying our children.
look at how she's hugging this dog. How she's
Oh
hugging
yeah,
the dog. Fuck.
she had more love for the dogs than she had for her
No,
children.
she didn't.
Because of the
No, she
dog,
walked off
No,
from the dogs
you
too.
don't love
Yeah,
She
but
nothing.
left those
they,
dogs up there to starve to
I
death.
No,
they were
you don't
well,
Candace
love
is
I'm talking about
Candace is the
before.
greatest actor in the whole fucking world. She's the greatest actor.
Yes.
So
You know,
I have two questions. Okay.
right.
Um, the one is, what happened to Summer's health? I mean, in all the pictures, you could
yeah
see that her health had
okay
deteriorated. She was like skin and bones, almost
emaciated.
like she was being starved to death.
Well, you might. Now that's. I wanted to ask Fair
She
Garden what
was
she was.
she was being starved due to all of the kids were, so that
Yeah.
Donald and Candace could do their habit. I mean, they're giving the guy across the road 1,000 plus a week. You heard Jody
Yeah.
Sue say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
And
was
and and
angry.
and they were buying a bag of corn dogs, and knowing
Yeah.
Candace and Donald, and especially that
Yes.
oldest boy, looked like they were eating the most, right? Which
Well,
didn't look
yeah,
very
the
much for
two
the other
boys look
three.
older.
Fair Garden. What? I mean, I don't think they would have. They just don't seem like they would want to be in the spotlight at all. But one thing that did briefly
And did we
cross my
not
mind
witness
about
that she gets
summer.
up in the morning, does not feed the mother freaking kids the whole day until 3 or 4 o'clock?
Yeah. Well,
How's
and
the
then my
kid gonna?
second
Do you
my
think they may
second
have?
court.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Teresa.
I just,
Go ahead.
this is just briefly went through my head a few times, and I just don't see them wanting that attention on their family. I was thinking, like you said, Summer looked like a cancer patient, and how you said they scam churches, and I was wondering, well, were they gonna try and claim that Summer was sick to get money, like, to say she, how?
No, no, no.
No,
I don't think so
no.
either.
I don't
This
They
is
were
think
just
I
that
don't
girl.
get.
That
they
I
girl
gotta hop
looks
down
sick.
though.
they were
Um,
torturing. They were torturing that
Yeah.
Well, they
child.
were,
They
and
were.
that's
She
the
was
truth.
malnutrition because she didn't go to school and get the breakfast and lunch like the boys did.
Yes.
That's the only thing that really kept the boys going, right?
And she
I
was
mean,
always keeping a
you know,
private area.
I know
It's
when you have when I don't know if anybody else went through this, but you know when I was at school at the lunch table, the kid across from you would say, "Are you going to eat that? Are you going to eat that? Do you want that? Do you want that? Can I
Yeah,
have that?"
give it to
I
them.
So
know.
so you hand
Yeah.
them this and you hand them that because you feel sad for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You feel sad for. I mean, when I got home from school, I was going to get, a bowl of cereal, or I was going to get something to eat. Now, my family wasn't rich, but we were, I guess, better suited than most, maybe. But, I knew when I got home, I was going to get something, and every day, every single day, at 4:30, 5 o'clock, dinner was on the table. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there was dinner on the table. I mean, I don't care if it was beans and cornbread or if it was spaghetti or what it was on the table, right? And
Yeah.
so at least we were getting to eat. These
Yeah.
children at the school, they weren't getting to eat. They were, you know, obviously starving to death, hungry. And and I'm sure those were the Wells kids. I'm sure they were the ones looking across the table saying, "Are you going to eat that? Do you
Yeah.
want that? Can I have that?" Because these kids are hungry. And and the younger kids, like the youngest Wells boy, a lot of kids that don't get much food at home, they'll stick their fingers in other kids' food
Yeah.
without asking. Just, try to take it because they're
Yeah.
hungry. And this is bullshit.
Can I say something, Prayer Garden? My mother was like Candace. She was a drug user of heroin. She still is. And when I was a little girl, I am not talking about me, but about Summer. It's the same thing. You know why Summer is like this, Teresa?
Mm-hmm.
Because the mother is only thinking about alcohol,
Yeah.
drug, party, having sex. And
Yep.
most of the time, after they are drunk, they are sleeping. They are
Yep.
sleeping
Passed
all,
out.
all over the place. They don't give a care, damn shit.
No.
And all the money go to the drugs and alcohol. This is
Hmm.
why, Teresa.
Yeah.
This is life. And when I was little, I have a brother who is 5 years younger than me. I never forget, I take cold spaghetti because we never have electric. Why? Because they was using it for drug.
Right.
And we never have water. Why? And it was freezing cold. This is Norway. And I took my brother, and we have to go to the shop and we steal food. I was 7, and I took him with me. He was 5. I was thinking about giving him the food, and At the school, I never have food with me, but I can still remember today. I was 7 years, and her name was Randy. Her parents always, yeah, give her extra bread for me, and I will never forget. I was so happy to come to school to
Absolutely.
get this bread. This is life,
Mhm.
Teresa.
Right.
This is how summer lived. They
Yeah,
Right.
didn't get
I agree.
emotional. They didn't get nothing. And they are running around. If they are sick, they cannot even get help. Just
Yeah.
stay sick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if they're cold, okay, fuck off. You are cold. Sorry
And
for my
my point is through all of this, even the dog ended up being abused and left to
yeah,
starve to death, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this woman is heinous. And then she
yeah.
wants to sit there and try to convince us, that she done nothing. Bitch, you
Mhm.
did a lot, and why they ain't prosecuting it, I don't know. I have no idea. Um, as I
PG,
said,
can I ask a question?
sure.
Um, so did you guys notice did she have an SUV? What was that red car she had? The red. Did you
Subaru?
guys happen the Subaru? Did you happen
Yeah.
to notice how I mean, her house is a filthy mess. Everything's filthy around her. But that Subaru was pretty
Yeah.
clean inside.
Good
I
Because
mean,
point.
nobody
I
drove it. They was always taking Grandis's car or Donald's truck. Nobody really drove the Subaru. It was new and it was just set up there most of the time, right?
hmm.
That's why Donald was driving it when he did because no one was driving it. And when you don't drive a vehicle, it just rots. Everything it'll actually get where it won't even start if you don't drive them. And
But he
the
just happens
tires,
to drive it
there'll
the
be
day
flat
that
spots in
sun
the
comes
tires.
missing.
Well, he had been driving it for you know, he had been driving it for a few days. I mean, it wasn't like the first day he took it. He had been already driving it for a few days.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm not out to get this family. I can say, oh yeah, well, that is, suspicion, but no. I don't bring lies to this table. I bring all the truth,
No, we
and
have
the
to
truth
speak the
is,
truth.
he had been driving it did a few days prior, and so on that particular day was no big deal for that particular issue, right? Him parking it at the end of the driveway is red flag for me. Maybe he had drugs in it or something he didn't want found. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
not saying it was his daughter's scent, but it could have been, and it should have been checked, right?
Yeah,
One thing for damn sure is we know Jody Sue had that baby scent on her ass because them dogs wouldn't have stopped right where they did had she not. And she wouldn't have went through so much hell trying to get it off of her, right? Even wading through a muddy fucking creek. So
Well,
something ain't right there. But I do
I
got a
said
list
that.
of these people, and here they are up on panel. Dawn's supposed to be at work, right? And um, the other person was that Don was his coworker, Dudley, was supposed to
yeah,
have car trouble that day. And you take, Hunter and his family, they supposed to been at Parks. And that this red truck just marked that bitch off. I mean, Robin already did, right? And Grand is supposed to be sitting in a camper door. Candace is supposed to be standing outside the camper door, right? So you had one looking straight at the house and the other one looking around.
yeah.
And
That's very good.
old rubberneck Candace, even though she's putting on a brace, she's still got her head twisted in every direction. And then Jody Sue supposedly is at the bottom of the hill over there, her hill on her driveway. And here's Mr. Motel 6. He was at a hotel, which I don't blame him, and thank God he was hiding somewhere. Um, this is Fred Hill. He says he was at home that day because Candace supposedly pulled in his driveway, not at 6:30, but at 4:30, looking for Summer. I don't know about that. And then this Frank Light, he's supposed to be at a place tree trimming behind some church, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, these are right here is the immediate people that had over the 3 or 4 day span before Summer came up missing. These are the people that were having the most contact with Summer,
Yeah.
right here, right there, and those are the people in question, right? It's the people closest. Well, we've narrowed it down to, 5 people. And those 5 people are Grandis, Candace, Jody Sue, Andy, and their son, Jody Sue's son, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we've narrowed it down to. And we wouldn't even have narrowed it down to Jody Sue's son if she wouldn't have been, um, running out here running that mouth so bad. I don't think her, because we was 100% for keeping all children out of it, and at the time we was thinking of him as same as a child and trying to leave it alone. But um, so Jody Sue fucked that all up on her own. I mean, we
You
didn't
know,
do it.
I believe
Teresa,
that Jody Sue is actually enjoying this.
She is.
I
Yeah, she
don't,
is.
I
She get a
don't.
She
kick out of it.
She's
I
enjoying. She's enjoying everyone knowing now that Somerset's
I
on her
think
ass.
she's a psychopath.
She's enjoying the fact that her family could be heading to a prison. She's
wow.
enjoying the fact that if Donald and Candace do get brought down for something, they implicate them in it. They're going to jail as well. I
Well,
mean,
her
or at least
stories are
at
her
least it's going to cost them thousands of dollars to try to prove they wasn't part of it, right?
right, but
So there you go.
it doesn't make
Uh,
sense for her to
I
come out
mean, was
every
her
single
running
day.
her big mouth and
Yeah.
doing all of this worth that kind of hell and havoc on her? No, it wasn't.
No,
And
while
but
we're
she'll
I
see
talking
that
about
when it's too late, right?
while we're
she can't
talking
even
about
take a
Jody Sue,
break off in YouTube from telling a
I
story.
Right.
Prayer
no, I
garden.
saw.
I gotta get off of here, but I did leave that link to that video I was telling you about in the private
Oh,
chat.
I appreciate it, sweetheart. I appreciate
Yep.
it.
I gotta
All right.
run by then.
Take
So
care, Teresa.
Yeah, you take care, sweetie.
yeah, God
Bye
bless you
bye,
God
guys.
bless
I'll,
and
sweetie.
much
I'll
love.
try to come back before you're off.
All righty.
Okay, have a good
Bye
night.
bye.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Good night.
What I want to say about Jody Sue, the 2 days ago, I was looking at some messenger, and he have released from his phone, and I don't know if you have seen this, but it's a messenger between Andy and Jody Sue before Summer died and after. Jody Sue had so much hatred
Oh yeah.
for this family and the children. She was writing, I hate them. It's so much noise. They are drinking. I hate when the children are crying all day long. And she really hate them. And she wanted them off that hill.
Right.
But if
And
you go,
after Summer get gone, I was thinking she was very sad. But she still keep on writing. Oh, now it's more hate because
yeah,
now there is dangerous people out there, so now she have to move and everything. I am wondering, can this be about the land? She really wants the land. She is so focused about this land and all the land. It's so crazy. And I was also listen to an old interview with Andy, and he said it was drama with Jody Sue always.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yes, I have beat her, and I am so sorry for that. He was ashamed, but he said, I felt like a dog. I was pushed into a corner. And he said it did get both way. And he said she was driving him nuts. And I must say, she have cancer. She have a very good health. She is on Facebook all day long or the YouTube, and
yeah,
she's running all over the place to control like a police, like she's the
yeah.
police. She's
Mm-hmm.
controlling all the neighbor. Mr. Dobb and everybody. She's controlling everything. And and we need to find out why. I think two things. I think maybe the LA Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Larson, they have a plan. Maybe they know everything. And this is a little big, I think. It's not
Mhm.
only Candace and Lon. I think this is a little big. I also think it can be child P ring.
Right.
And and I am thinking maybe the LA know everything and soon they will take them. If not, there must be something wrong with the Hawkins County because Jody Sue has out of her mouth said that Andy saw Summer dead. The
Yeah.
daughter have said the same.
Yeah.
And the son, Damien is his name, real name. He is um, a big suspect in my head because no, there is so much wrong here, and I want to say just uh, I never want to talk bad about Ali because I actually like her. But what I want to say, while we're talking about Candace, I don't want us to forget age. I want us to take distance from the fact that a grown woman have maybe don't think. I know now Andrew, the father, I listened to interview, he have gone to the police and, uh,
I'm
and
sorry, but
reported,
they're saying funny stuff in the chat.
Oh, they have been
he
all
has
night.
reported Candace and he has reported Candace uh, for child P. And you know, we don't know how H have it inside his heart. I know boys who is destroyed for the rest of their life because women have done this to them. This is very serious.
Well, when
And I
TG
didn't
was,
like that Alice sent her boy away with this woman. This
well,
is just my opinion.
she trusted him.
She trusted what?
She
No, no,
trusted Candace.
no, Wisconsin Mama. She knows she couldn't trust Candace. She didn't even trust her. She did. She
Um,
wasn't friends with her. She hated her.
well, I
She
think
have
that when
seen
he came
in her
home
home
drunk,
what she did to her children. She
when he
have
came
drink with
home
her.
drunk from when he came home drunk, and then she said that he went to he went to
Yeah,
the
now
clinic,
Andrew have
and he
gone to
went
the
to the
police
clinic.
because Ali bought buy alcohol
Well, if
to
Allie was
Hunter.
buying him alcohol, then that's why she didn't turn Candace in for getting her son drunk.
She know who Candace was. Don't
Oh
tell me
yeah,
otherwise.
yeah. But anyways, so
She knew her for
I
2 years.
had said this over on the farm today, that there's nobody on that hill anymore. There's no dogs up on that hill anymore. Now would be the time to bring those cadaver dogs in.
Yeah,
Nobody, it's
that's
been, now would be the time to
true.
bring them in.
Yeah,
I don't know what I don't know what law enforcement, I don't know what their issues is, and it just pisses me off.
yes.
Yeah,
I
I
am
don't know.
too. I am not normal like this, but I am so angry at this case.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a clown. It's like a circus.
Oh, it is. It's a huge
Yeah,
circus. Yeah.
everybody is. There is something here with everybody. Something
Well,
is wrong, and not no.
somebody's gonna break pretty soon. I mean,
Yeah,
somebody's
and
gonna break. You can only.
also Jody Sue. She was saying, to the Tiffany. Tiffany, I don't even want to bother say what I think about her, but she was
Oh, I'll
saying,
tell you what I think about her.
"Oh, it's so terrible, I cannot say it.
No,
She's better than
she is so
everybody else."
far up. See, she
Yeah,
thinks Jody Sue has a story too,
yeah, but
and
she
she
also
plays
thinks
like
she's a queen.
Yeah, and
She's
she kind of
better than
thinks like,
everybody.
yeah,
Justin is a piece of shit.
and
Everybody's a piece of
she
shit.
thinks that she's gonna kiss Jody Sue's ass to get the story from
Yeah,
Jody Sue. The same with
yeah,
Benny did with Candace.
yeah.
Jody Sue is using Tiff over there the same way Donald and Candace Wells was playing everyone else like a fiddle. And
Yes.
Candace was playing and Donald Benny. Look at Benny. Oh my God, he down there lost his mind.
Oh yeah.
Fucking with them
That's not why
weirdos.
I don't like her. I don't like her because she's talking down to everybody. She's talking down to Justin, to you. Everybody is a piece of shit in her eyes. Only she is
Yeah,
a piece of
well,
shit.
As she is as she is living in a camper. I mean, like, and
she's
then
living she's
Cash
living in a
App's running her.
fantasy, but
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, it's Tiffany's a creator and one out for the dollar as well, right? I mean,
Oh yeah.
her YouTube supplements her income that she's already receiving, right? From my
yeah, but she says
understanding.
she's a millionaire. She don't need the
And
money.
yeah, right. You don't live like her. Actually, don't even look like her and be a millionaire. Um, you know, millionaires get plastic surgery, right?
Yeah.
And I ain't seen none on her yet. So until I do, I ain't gonna call her a millionaire for sure. But
Wait a minute, she's a millionaire, so called.
No,
Is that
she
she
said,
got a few
I
bucks out of
don't
an,
need the money because I have been in an accident, so I am guaranteed for
and
life.
she must blew through it all
oh
because she must have blew through it all.
She
And
said,
because she's out here on YouTube trying to fetch a buck to do whatever. So and
yeah.
it don't
But
matter how much money you give a drug head, it don't take long for it to be gone, right? A fool and their
no,
money soon part.
right.
And
and also she is using. But she said herself, but I want to say when Jody Sue was on her panel, she said, law enforcement, Jody Sue said, they have, what is the name? Find me not guilty. They told me that I am not a suspect. My son is not a suspect. They have told me, but they haven't released it yet. So 2 days ago, Swaltit was phoning the police. I was listening to the phone and
I was
she was
listening.
phoning. You was listening.
Oh, I was listening. Yeah,
Wisconsin mama. And they say everybody is still a
everybody
suspect.
I
still a
ain't for one.
suspect.
I don't watch Tiffany Marie
No,
at
this was
all.
nothing Tiffany
Hardly.
Marie.
I do it just because I want to learn about this case.
But I do know
I go every day.
I know she was having Jody Sue on her panel, but then again, everybody was. I seen that
Yeah.
Jody Sue on all their panels, putting up her
Yeah.
Cash App, and
Yeah.
oh, she didn't want any creators
No, but
making
she
no
have it
money while
regularly.
she's on. But you can put up her Cash App so she can make some money, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fuck you, Jody Sue.
Well,
You
PG,
know?
when are you gonna have her on your channel?
Oh, she was over here. She was over here wanting me to play my video, remember? And I booted her fucking ass, told her to go somewhere else. And hold the video for a long time because I knew, and she's over there trying to explain it away when she didn't even know what the fuck it was to begin with.
He's
Mhm.
talking
What an
so
idiot.
bad about you, Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like her
He's
either.
She's talking very, very bad about you. It's
Yeah,
disgusting what she's saying.
she can
And
kiss the
she's standing
backside of
so up. She's
PG's
standing up.
ass.
She loved Jody Sue.
Yeah, but
And she
Squall did call law enforcement and
Yeah.
asked, and
Yeah.
they did say that everybody is still a suspect.
Yes, they did, Wisconsin Mama.
Yeah.
I am sorry if I was a little bit crass. I
No,
did.
didn't
I
bother
am
me at
so
all.
engaged in this case.
Jody
Oh,
Sue and that Pee Wee Herman guy that she was. What the
Pee
hell
Wee
was his name?
Herman.
I
Pee
can't
Wee
even remember. I
Herman.
can't remember his name, but her and that guy she was always affiliating herself with was 100% Jody Sue ass kissers. Absolutely, they were.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and the phone who was ringing to you. I listened to you, Prayer Garden. You was talking about the phone to Jody Sue. Do you think that was fake?
Tiffany does have her own opinions, and you know, and everybody has a right to their own opinions.
Of
But
course.
you know,
I have,
what I'm saying is, you know, she don't respect other people's opinions when, you know, you think Jody Sue's a big piece of shit, which she is, trust me, and an evil one at that. You know, she wants to attack people over Jody Sue. I mean, she even came over
yeah,
here. You
I
know,
know.
what I'm saying is, if Tiffany wants her opinions to be respected, then fucking respect other people's, right?
Right.
Amen.
That's what you
We
need to
also
do.
have an opinion.
That's what you need to do. I mean, you know, I have, I don't support Jody Sue's. I don't support, you know, Candace and Donald Wells or Grandis or any of them motherfuckers. What I do support is Summer Moon, Utah
Yeah,
Wells. I support children. You
yeah,
know, I support those boys, her brothers. I
yes,
support H because he was a 15-year-old
yes,
child stuck in a bad
amen.
damn situation with
Yes,
a bunch of creepy bastards that was ready to throw anyone under the bus just to get
yes,
the focus off their own asses.
amen.
So, you know, Summer is the real victim here. Her
Yeah,
brothers are the real victim, and H was a real victim. These are
yes.
children that should not have ever, any way, form, or how, been implicated in none of this shit.
No, it, you are doing God's work. You have been in this case first. You was in the head of Don and Candace for almost 8, 9 months. You must be
Yeah.
so think about everything you know about these people. You must be feeling sick almost. And I have to thank your children. I know they are beautiful because we can borrow their mother. They are so beautiful, I understand, because they let us borrow you and they help you with the picture of summer.
Right?
You have so beautiful children.
Yes. And I thank God
Yes,
every day for
they let me
those
borrow your
children.
mother.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
So
very much blessed
yeah,
so
by
even
God.
let's just say Summer is found, okay?
yeah,
And let's just say, you know, Don and Candace were absolutely not guilty, okay?
yeah,
But in my heart, I still could never forgive them because they weren't there for their daughter. I mean, that girl looked absolutely sickly in the last year of her
yeah,
life.
yeah,
You know, your drugs and your alcohol were more important. You know what?
yeah.
Basically, you're still shitty parents. So
Yes,
Right.
I'm not gonna forgive you
that's how I
because if
feel
you were
as well.
taking care of your child, what happened to her wouldn't have happened to her.
You
No,
know, um,
that is how I feel. Exactly how I
you
feel.
know, there's an old saying, you know, that you can, you know, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time, right?
Right.
And Jody Sue, if Tiffany Marie really believed in Jody Sue's bullshit, then that's just somebody that could be, you know, fooled some of the time, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm not going to be fucking fooled at all. Period. Um,
You
you
was one
know,
of the first to bring this Jody Sue out.
I
I
I believe
remember
in
in,
facing the truth. I need to
yeah,
face the truth. I love the truth. I want
yes.
the truth. I need the truth. You know, I've
In the
had enough
beginning,
bullshit lies in my life.
everybody was angry at you at the beginning. I remember when you talked
Oh
about
yeah,
Jody Sue.
you know, they can be
Everybody was
angry.
against you. And
Hmm.
now everybody is coming and all I was shocked. Michelle After Dark, she's the godmother of the crime community, I feel. And she said Prayer Garden was one of the first to bring this up.
Oh
And
yeah,
she have mentioned you many times, 2 or 3 times who I have listened to.
and you
So
know, and as I, you know, like I was saying over on Daisy's tonight, you know, that's one of the reasons that me and Donald split it ways,
yeah,
and because he was a liar, a terrible liar. I mean, not only Candace, in the background screaming, hollering, acting out, not wanting to talk to no one because she was scared to death that he was going to put out too much info to hang him. I knew what she was doing from the very first second, trying to shut him up. She wanted to shut him up and shut him down. It
She
wasn't
did.
about him talking to man or woman or anything else. It was about him talking, period. She didn't want him talking. And, but he did quite a lot, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And then you have Jody Sue. Donald says, I'm going to cross the road to this people's house, and this woman, her husband's about to leave her ass, and and put her in check with, threatening her and stuff. And at first I kind of felt bad for this woman that her husband was, going to do these things, and to her. And then I find out that these two people he's talking about is Andy and Jody Sue. And I said, whoa, Jody Sue's out there talking about how, you know, they were supposedly just neighbors, as in hello when you see them, really don't have nothing to do with them. To I'm over there showing them my boo boos, they're taking pictures of it. My husband's over there all the time. They're over here at our house. I babysit. The kids come and get my refrigerator. Okay, motherfucker, you're more than just you know, how you doing, neighbor? I'm going in my house, you're going in yours. No.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't borrow no milk or sugar from my neighbors, and they don't come borrowing them from me. That's
Well,
kind of weird.
I used to back in the day. I
Yeah,
mean,
me too.
when you could,
Not anymore.
but not. I wouldn't today.
If I have
You
done it
know,
now, they will think
There
I'm
was
crazy.
well,
over on
I don't ask. For one, I don't trust my neighbors. I don't want
well,
their
No,
fucking
no,
milk or
that's
this
right.
sugar.
was. I
you
mean, like
know,
PG, this was 40 some years ago.
and
But
right when people
nowadays,
was
no.
probably different, but
Mm-hmm.
in today's life, what I'm saying is, when people are getting hamburgers with unmentionable things stuck in between them at the
Mm-hmm.
restaurants, I'm not going to go knock on somebody's door and ask them for shit, right? You
Right.
don't know what
Right.
you're getting. I mean, there's people cooking too much weird shit up in their kitchen, right?
The world have
Yeah.
changed.
So,
I had nothing to do with it.
PG, when you were over on the farm, tonight, a lot of people in the chat were asking, "Oh, I thought you were Don's cousin," and I'm like, "No, she's not his cousin, but she could be. You never know, right?" And they were asking, "Well, I thought she was up on the hill," and I said, "No." I said, "PG's never been on that hill. No, she's never been on that hill, you know." And and they want to know how come you knew Don so well. Well, then you had to go back and explain that you were with Ziggy, and you did the interview, and
Hmm?
so they kind of wanted to get the rumors straightened out too about how you knew Don. So,
The thing is everybody wants to know how Dawn, you know.
well,
And like I've told people a million
Yeah, I've
times,
said it thousands.
maybe I am
yeah,
his cousin. I
maybe
could
I,
be, maybe I'm his daughter. Who
you could be his
knows?
sister. You could
The
be a
Absolutely.
only thing
distant
I didn't
cousin.
like,
Nobody knows what I am
No.
to
no.
Dawn. The point being
Mm-mm.
is, I did have communication all the way up till he went into the
Yeah,
jailhouse.
yeah.
Right.
And even if I was still having communication, I wouldn't tell anyone anyway, because
Right.
that's not people's business.
Business, no.
That's not their business. The point being is I think he's as much implicated in all of this directly, no, but indirectly, yes, I do. And I think he could, speak up and save his daughter. And even his even his own dad believes the same thing, that he can speak up, and if he would just tell, this could be all laid to rest, but he won't.
Well, I
And
think he'll take it to his grave.
he won't. And no matter how much you try to plead with Donald, how much you try to get to his heart, he's just got a fucking wall there right now. And
Yeah.
I think it's a wall of fear that he don't
So,
want to go to prison. He
Yeah.
don't
Right.
want to go to prison because right now he's just in jail.
Yeah,
This
he's just in
shit will
jail.
put you in prison. And I
Mhm.
understand that. I mean, I understand
He's
where
putting
he's
candles
coming
before
from.
summer.
But I
So,
also understand this is his daughter
yeah.
that really deserves to be laid to rest. But most of all,
If
his
he was
sons
innocent,
need,
he could go to the police. That means he's not innocent.
the law needs to go to him and say, look, immunity if you tell. And they might get
Yeah.
it out of him if
Yeah.
they go to him, but they're
Mhm.
not. Their motherfuckers ain't doing it.
Yeah.
They
If
ain't
they
doing
went
it.
and offered him
They
immunity,
could have done it. We don't know, Prayer
And
Garden,
I know, and
because
they
he's in
haven't.
prison.
I know, and they haven't. The only thing
Okay.
they've told him so far is if he wants to talk, let the people know and they be there. That's
yeah.
it. But they have not offered him anything
No,
like
they have.
Yeah.
immunity to
Okay.
talk. No, they haven't.
And they should. I mean, they should, you know?
Yeah, but maybe he is guilty. Maybe he have done it. We don't
I
know.
think that I like him. I think they got enough information. They feel they got enough information that they don't need to do that. That
That could be.
they got some
That could
pretty
be.
solid stuff that they feel is going to hang them anyway.
They must have. I
Yeah,
don't understand.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure they do.
so you got a couple of questions here, okay? So,
Right.
where'd it go? Oh, now I lost it. Okay, Amy Katz. She wants to know, Prayer Garden of America, what did JSB mean when she said those dogs are the key because they are partially my pups?
She's When she says that they're the key, she's talking about the dogs are the key due to the simple fact that that's what they used to fuck the investigation up. What Jody Sue was laughing, she was laughing. It's a riddle. The dogs are
Mm-hmm.
the key. Well, the key is that they used the dogs to mess the investigation up from the very second. Where was the dogs heading? Up to her property. So, pretty much, that was the key. I mean, if these idiots would have took note that they're fucking us up, what I'm saying is law enforcement are supposed to think like criminals, right? I,
Right.
Officers are supposed to think like criminals. Sad thing is, it takes them 50 years to do it. By the time they start to think just like criminals, um, they're retiring. And now it's, what good is that going to do us now that they're fucking finally old and ugly and thinking like a criminal? That don't do us no justice now, does it? What I'm saying is criminals don't become law enforcement officers. Usually bully kids do so they can start bullying. But here's the thing, they're really not criminal minded human beings anyway. And and they and they don't think criminally minded. They want to keep that nice pure mind of theirs that um the kids out in the woods, we're going to find her, and not you know now if you get older officers up there, they would have started snooping around in the cars. They'd have been snooping around in other areas. They'd have been, you
Yeah.
know, on
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, they
Prayer
would
But
have.
Garden and Wisconsin, Mama. I have to leave you guys because I'm not feeling good. I have to lay down.
Oh,
okay,
I want to
sweetie.
thank you so much for bringing me up, Prayer Garden, and listening to me. And Wisconsin, Mama, you are also so beautiful.
oh, you're
And I
beautiful,
love
Miss
to listen
Norway.
to you.
We absolutely
And
love,
I love,
love, love
yeah.
you.
And Prayer
Yeah.
Garden, good luck next week with the children and taking some time off. You need it. And you also,
Amen.
Wisconsin, you need, I was
I
listening to
am. I'm
this.
going on
I know you're
vacation next
having a
week.
tough time.
I'm
I
going on
was listening
vacation
to
next
that.
week.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you have a hard time. And I am happy you two have each other. I wish I
Well,
was there with you, but I
Oh,
am
we
here
wish
with
you were
you.
too.
Yeah, I
yeah.
am always
Yeah.
crying when I say goodbye, but I
Oh,
see you
Oh,
next time.
Miss Norway, my aunt was one of the most beautiful women in the world that you would have absolutely loved her. And,
Yeah,
she would never say goodbye. It was always until we hug again.
yeah, that's true, Wisconsin.
Yep. She always said
Okay,
until we hug again.
promise me to take good care. And Prayer Garden, please think about yourself because this is getting so much.
you take
And
care of you, sweetheart.
Yeah,
to all
Miss
the women in
Norway.
chat, and special to White Widow baby, you are perfect, White Widow. I don't know the words. You have a perfect chat. Nobody is perfect, but this family is a little bit perfect.
We are
I
perfect, ain't
love
we?
you and God bless you. And I'm so sorry for the loss of your children. Take care,
Yeah.
everybody.
Take
I
care. We
love
love
you.
you.
Bye bye,
Goodbye.
sweetheart.
Bye bye.
Okay. I think I forgot what I was going to say. She's, she's so beautiful. I mean, like, she has been through so much in her life. And,
Yeah.
and as a family here, we just need to continue to keep building her strength up for her.
I gotta do that.
Yeah.
So many prayers are going up for her, and I'm sure
Yeah.
God's listening. So she'll be fine.
Yeah. 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 My aunt, it was never I love you, or it was never goodbyes. It was till we hug again. It was,
Absolutely.
yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I was really like, I went on the farm and I'm like, wait, I did. I actually wait, huh? Wait a minute. I gotta go back and see if this is an old video. And no, it wasn't an old video. It was a new video. And I'm like,
How does PG homeschool her kids when her English is so bad?
oh, that's funny.
That cracks me up. Hey, even hillbillies homeschool their kids,
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
where I come from, you get about a 5th grade education. That cracked me up. Shit.
That's funny. That's funny.
Uh,
Oh, and then like when she calls you on the telephone, she sounds like this meek old woman, and I'm like, PG, don't talk like that. Speak up. She's like, Wisconsin mama. I'm like, yeah, PG. Oh, funny.
I tell
That's
you,
me.
oh, White Window baby, she's so beautiful. It's such a
Oh, she is.
beautiful. Yeah, I so love her.
She is.
Um,
Yeah. She's
yeah.
fantastic.
Oh shit.
Oh, the chat's been hilarious tonight. That's why I stayed down for a while.
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
homeschool. I'm not sending my kids to school to get. When you have your children, you got to carve out a future for them. You got to say when they're little, when they're in grade school, you got to figure out what they want to be. I don't want to hear firefighter, policeman, all that stuff. I want to know what do you really want to be in life. I mean, you got doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, right? And
Yeah.
whatever you want to be is okay with me. I mean, you want to be a you want to be a gigolo, be a gigolo. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah. You wanna
It's your life,
you
and
wanna use the polls, use the polls.
right.
I mean, it's
I
your
mean,
life,
absolutely. And but you need to figure out what your child wants to be so you can educate them in that aspect. You know, um, you need to.
Oh, look what Miss Norway sent you.
Oh, sweet Norway, thank you. I just want to thank you, PG. I really love you and your women
Oh,
in chat. God bless you all.
yeah, she loves you.
Oh, and next time, Wisconsin Mama prayers. Oh,
Oh,
God
thank
bless.
you.
Absolutely. So
Yeah,
beautiful. Oh,
I could talk to her all night.
oh yeah. I do wish she was here. If she was here, that is one lady, I'd be knocking at her door. I
Yeah.
promise you, I would be knocking at her door, probably moving in so I could take care of her. I love her so much.
Yeah.
She reminds me of my mother. She
Does
does.
she?
I love her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a sweet, sweet lady. I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah.
Right. I know God sent her to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so thankful for that. Absolutely. I mean, I don't miss my mom so much with her, knowing it it's hard to explain, but you
Yeah,
know,
but sometimes we all still have that one woman that we
you
look
know,
up to, and Miss Norway is definitely one of those women that we look up to.
she's just such a beautiful spirit. My
Oh,
mother was
yeah.
like that. My mother was she's just a beautiful spirit. And the sad thing is about those beautiful spirits like that. They don't realize how beautiful they are. They don't ever realize what a light they are in the world. Um,
Right.
they're so
So
beautiful. You can't
I'm not,
tell them how beautiful they are. They just are.
oh, I do. When I am with my grandchildren, I do. I'm always hugging them and I'm telling them how great they are. And I'm giving them such words of encouragement, because I don't want them to walk around with a low self esteem of themselves. They always have to have people to perk them up and tell them these things. You need to tell the teenagers and even your children, the young children, that they are fantastic people and that they have a purpose in life.
Let me tell you,
You know?
when you're raising, actually, it's not just your children. I mean, I tell all children. I tell all children how intelligent they are, how beautiful they are. How
Mm-hmm.
and you know, if you can think it, you can do it. If there's nothing, there's no such thing as impossible because
Right.
with God, everything is possible, right? So
Oh, yeah, definitely.
impossible does not exist. And people that sit there, and beat their children down, I don't understand it. Um, I don't understand it. I don't know why anyone would beat their children down. They should build your children up, because
Yeah.
our children are going to be one day. And let me tell you something about children. These children today is your future of tomorrow. And you might think you're treating some kid bad, but that might be the nurse or the doctor working on you in the future. Make sure you be damn good to everybody because you don't know when you're going to meet them again, right? Or under what circumstances. That's one way to
Exactly.
look at it. But another way to look at it is you shouldn't have been an asshole in the first place. You should have been building people up instead of beating them down. You should always encourage everybody, children, teens, young adults, middle-aged people, older people. Everybody needs a pick me up. We beat ourselves down a
We
fucking enough.
do. We do.
Why the hell do we need other people beating us down?
Yeah.
You know, build
Yep.
each other up. That's do the work of God and Jesus Christ. They're not beating anyone down. They're building people up. Jesus came here and died so we could all live. Ain't
Right.
that wonderful?
It's beautiful.
So why don't we don't have to die for other people to live, do we? No, we don't have to give up our life to make other people live, but we can, help them live a real life by just being kind and caring. You don't even have to give nothing up because kindness and caring's free. How hard is it to say, what a beautiful dress that is? Or, wow, your hair looks beautiful. Or, my goodness, your nails look wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Or, geez, you
Yeah.
got the most beautiful eyes. I
And
mean,
you
if
can tell them
something,
that their self-worth is better than,
you know,
you don't have to live like that. You
sit and
are
listen,
better than that,
right? Sit and listen to
Yeah.
a person. If they're having some kind of bad day, you know, like I seen a little girl crying. I said, hey, is everything okay? You want to talk about it? I mean, you know, take the time. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's in that big of a damn hurry that you can't take a minute to comfort someone else.
Right.
Take a minute to, like at the grocery store. I know that when you're using self checkout, the person watching you, is just making sure you're not a thief or whatever. You can think that way, but also they're there, they're not just there to see if you're a thief. They're there to make sure that everything goes well with you while you're at that register, to make sure that if you need any help or any assistance, they're there to help out in your time of need. And when you walk out of there, why not say, hey, I'm glad you were here today, thanks, great job, you
Yeah.
know
Yep. I
or
make sure I tell my girls that at work.
absolutely, or have a
So,
nice day. God bless. What
yeah.
I'm saying is nothing wrong with spreading the love. What's
Well,
what's wrong with spreading the love?
here's my problem is that the girls that I work with, they don't believe in Jesus.
No, a
You
lot of
know,
people, a
a
lot
lot
of
of people
people
don't,
don't.
you know,
And and
but
and like the Bible says,
mm-hmm.
you, my Bible tells me that there ain't nothing I can do about the way someone else feels, right? And I can't do nothing
Right.
about it. I
And
mean,
I mean, like, I don't preach at work
except
or anything
except
about
show them
it,
all I could do is show them my light,
Yeah.
my beautifulness, because I'm gonna tell you, God's children glow. We glow. I mean,
Oh,
we're happy
you
no
know,
matter what. On our saddest day, when we fall to the floor and that tears, and we're praying and talking to
yeah,
God. Let me tell you something. Even then, even at our lowest, we know God's got our back. We know it's going to be okay. And I'm going to tell you,
exactly.
we
Exactly.
ain't on our knees that long. We're back up, going and doing whatever needs to be done. Because guess God, when every human breaks. None of us are beyond breakable. We all crash to the ground at some point, and we pray. PG crashes to my knees a lot and prays because
Yeah.
I just love God. I just want God to know how much I love Him. It don't have to be a bad time to crash to my knees to pray. Even when I crash to my knees even when I'm not in a bad way, because I want God to know that, I don't just need Him when everything's going bad. I need Him all the time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need my God
Yeah.
all the time. And the thing is, we're supposed to show everybody our light, our strength, our light and everything, to make them, because when people see such beautifulness in us, they want it. They want a part of that. They want to be like that. And and they strive to get it, right? They strive to get it. I mean, you can make a non-believer into a believer just by showing them how wonderful everything goes in your life because you got God in it, and
Right.
they want some of that. I mean, and I'm not saying this because it's just something I believe. I'm saying this because I've seen it. I've
Yeah.
seen people. I actually seen people see how happy I am, see how much I love God. They could see the light in me, and they wanted some of that light as well. And I've seen people start going to
Mm-hmm.
church, and they got saved, because they saw God and how beautiful, you know, my life is, and they want some of that. And they got baptized, saved, and their lives changed around. I watch people go from not having a home to having a home, a vehicle, another new vehicle. I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
something. God is good.
Oh,
God,
he is.
believe it or not, God, if you walk the right path and God knows you love Him as much as He loves you, your life will turn completely around for all the good. It will turn around for the
Definitely.
good. And that's one thing I can say. My life turned around for the best, and I've seen other people's
Hmm.
lives turn around for the best as well. And but without God, you got nothing. What I'm trying to say is, these worldly possessions, yeah, I need a roof over my head and I need some clothes on my back and I need some food in my mouth, but most of all I need my God. I mean, I give it all up for God. Every bit of it I'd give up for God. If there was a mansion on one side of a field, a great big giant mansion with a party going on, and Jesus standing alone in the other side, I'd run to Jesus. To hell
Oh, I
with
love
all that
that.
other stuff. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't give a damn about it. You know,
Right.
what I care about is is my soul. That's what I care about, is my soul. I
Yeah.
value my soul, and I value my God who put that soul in me. That's who I value. I like to live by the spirit and treat everyone, the same. I like to treat the whole world with kindness, love, and caring. I know you can't, because a lot of the world's too evil, and you have to sometimes get ugly, you know, when you don't want to, but you have to,
Yeah.
because evilness, has no boundaries, right?
Right.
But you hate doing it, and God knows your heart. He knows you don't want to do it, but you're forced.
Yeah.
And, but He's still with you because He really knows who you are, and as long as God knows my heart, I don't care what anybody else thinks. Mere humans mean nothing to me about how they think or feel about PG, because I'm too busy
Right.
worrying about how God feels about PG. And like I made amends with the lady on the farm,
Yep.
and
You did. You did.
and
And
and she was, her kindness let me come up, and and like I told her, she's welcomed here as well.
yeah.
I don't I don't go around, I don't want no beef with anybody. I wish we didn't ever have to have any beef, to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest, and like that little niece of hers, still
Well, she's
with that little gutter mind that she has, but
she's still a
really,
child. You know,
yeah,
she's
she was,
still
I guess she
young.
was wanting enough to argue out with me or whatever, have an
Yeah.
argument or whatever, but I didn't even know that, because for one, I couldn't see fucking chat, but somebody else let me know. And
Well,
I
I was
mean,
I
but
was in chat and they kind of started a little bit on me, and I said I am here out of respect for Miss Daisy and PG, and
absolutely.
Ronald was naughty.
Yeah, Ronald's always a little naughty. But
And
the
but I
point
was
is,
proud of you. I was proud of
right.
you.
And that niece of hers should thank me, right? She should
Yeah.
thank me because, you know, yeah, I was mean to her. But you know what? Did you see her washing her hair and getting it fixed and everything up on alive? I
Yeah.
mean, and she said, "I'm trying not to drink so much now, and I got a date." And I mean,
Yeah.
hey, I initiated her, right?
You know,
I
she has to
initiated
date
her.
with a church guy,
There you
from
go.
church.
I
So,
initiated this girl, and she, and she didn't. And there's hope for her because she didn't see me as a problem, right? She saw me as a challenge when I said all those things that hurt her feelings. And
yeah.
instead of sitting down and sulking, she said, "I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to do some things for myself." And you know what? She owes that. She owes that thanks to PG. Because if I wouldn't have been mean to her like that, she wouldn't have been doing everything she's doing now to straighten her life around, right?
Right. Well,
So,
I just,
well, you
I
know,
think
she
PG, I
can't
think
be
she
wanting to fight with
got
me.
tired. I think she just got tired of the fighting too. You know, the back and forth, and it just got
Well,
to be too
no. See,
much. You
because
know,
all of that
huh?
arguing and fighting, a lot of the creators think that, picking on another creator is going to get them a bunch of likes, views, clicks. And if you notice when their shit's going down to nothing, that's when they start causing a big bunch of hassle with somebody else to try to get up their numbers. And I ain't about that. I'm not about that because you know what? I don't care about the damn numbers. What I care about is the people that show up here loving Summer, caring about Summer, wanting to support Summer. And I said that from day one. From day
Well,
one, I said, if you really love Summer and you're 100% for Summer, the real victim, you're in the
yeah,
right place because
there
that's
was
that's who we are here.
one of her. I won't say it, but I do know that one of her panel guests was so pissed that she wouldn't even go back up on panel.
Wow.
She,
Why?
yeah, was so pissed.
Oh, is that Kirby?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
But you
Kirby
know
was up
what?
there talking to us nicely. I didn't have no problems with her. When I went on panel, she was there.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah,
But
she.
after you left, they wanted her to come up, and she said, "Nope, I'm not coming up."
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, she was mad.
Well,
So,
I'm sorry that you felt that way.
well,
I really
sometimes,
am. I
but
mean,
but that's
blessed
just the
is the
way
peacemaker,
it
right?
is. Yeah,
Blessed is the peacemaker.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
just the way it is. I
the
mean,
the peacemaker is going to see the face of God.
yeah,
They're going to get to
yeah,
see God. So blessed is the peacemaker, and my whole life that's what I've been. I've always been the peacemaker. I like people to come together. I like people to care about one another. If PG had her way, you know, Jesus wouldn't have had to die on that cross because we'd have all been perfect anyway. We'd have all been so
right,
good. But
right.
um, I don't get my way. I don't get my way because
No,
I don't live in a perfect world.
well, I'm just saying that I'm glad that that you were able to go over there, and
Oh,
you were
Texas gal,
respectful, and she was respectful, and
I
that's
so
the end of the
appreciate it.
story.
I really do. Yeah,
Oh,
I hope Mrs.
nice.
Daisy don't get, hated on or anything because, you know,
Right.
she was trying to be a good person. The people there should respect her being they should respect her. That is her panel and and
Well, and it's her YouTube channel. I mean, if
right.
she, she wanted to
And
talk to you, and she wanted to talk to you, and which she did, and you both got along just great. And if people in the chat didn't like it, well, it was between you and her.
well, and I seen a lot of my supporters were in there. I mean,
Oh yeah,
after I got off and I'm able to see the chat, I seen a whole lot of my own supporters up in there, because she went from, a couple hundred people to
I think she
almost
went up to
five once
5.
I went
Yeah.
in there, to speak with her. And you know, what I'm trying to say is when that's the power of us coming together. That's the power of us
Right.
all working together. We wasn't having a big fight tonight for the numbers
No,
to go up for her.
no. You
We
both were
were we were
talking. You both
absolutely
respectful.
absolutely.
You
And
know.
what we did is we were having our homework. We were creators. I know I do my research. I do my homework on everything. I'm not looking for clicks, likes, and views. What I'm looking for is the God's honest truth to bring these
Yeah.
children home. You know, I love these kids. I love these kids. These kids are the victims. I love all children in the world. Actually, I love everybody. If I had my way, as I said, we'd all be going to heaven. Because I love all humans, every human. I love all
Right.
humans, old, young, in between. I don't care.
And
I
and
always find
everybody
that
had
it's
a
better
right.
to have a friend than a foe, right?
Yep. And
It's
everybody
better to
had a
have
right to say
allies than
theirs.
enemies.
Exactly.
Why can't
Exactly.
we bond together? You know, why can't we
Yeah.
stand as one? I don't care if you're a freaking Democrat or Republican. I don't care what culture you are. I don't give a damn, you know, about your sex life or anything, what you do in a bedroom. I don't give a damn about none of that. What I give a damn about is, what I do care about is are you a good person? What I care about is, are you a kind person? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I know I'll put my hand out to help you up. Are you the kind of person that will put your hand out to help me up? Because those are the people I want in my life.
Right. Right.
I want people that life is a two-way street,
Mm,
and the problem with today's life, you have too many takers and not enough givers. What I'm
there
saying
you
is, and I
go.
don't mean as in money wise, I'm talking about that hand. What I'm trying to
Hmm.
say is, that ear, that hand, that shoulder. When people, just need somebody to lean on, are you there? Are you the type of person that'll just stop a minute and do what I would do for you? Help you in the way I would help you. Are you willing to give that back? And most of the time, it's no. Most of the time, it's no.
Yep.
And that's sad, man, because that's what puts a tear in your eye, and that's what makes you, being a giver all your life, sit with your head down and the tears flowing. Because when you need someone, no one's there, but you always seem to be there for everyone, and it hurts like hell. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
you think
It
somebody
does.
dying hurts, that hurts as well.
Yeah.
Because everybody might as well be dead, because when you needed them, no one was there for you, right?
Yep. Sorry,
And
I
you
was
seem
taking
to
a
be there,
drink.
and you seem to be there for everybody. So,
No.
that's what I'm talking about. Those are the kind, I just like beautiful people. I like the people like myself
Well,
that,
you are a very beautiful person, PG, and that's why you have us here. We are a family here, and we all get along, and we all love each other, and
and
we
at
all
the end of the
support
night we
each
hug
other.
it out, and tomorrow we come back.
Exactly.
And that's a wonderful thing. But
Yeah. Yeah, people disagree to agree. I mean, it's just that's the way life is. So,
as we should.
yes, yes.
What I'm
But
saying is, listen, even when somebody's giving me some shit, at least I feel they're there, right?
yeah, yeah.
Eh,
And you know what?
eh, And even if I'm giving them some shit, at least I'm there for them as well, right? What I'm
Right.
saying is, if we're giving each other some shit and one of us fall, I know I put my hand out to help you back up. Hopefully you be the type to put your hand out as well, and we
Right.
can move on, right?
So are you
I
saying that
mean,
if you
at
push me
least you're
down,
not alone.
if you push me down, at least you'll give me your hand to pick me back up?
Now, if I push you down, I'm not helping you back up. I'm probably going to start kicking you. I'm sorry. I got to be truthful. I mean, if we're just having a difference of words and you happen to trip, of course I'm going to try to catch you
Oh
because I'm
my
not really angry
goodness.
with you. It's just a difference of opinion. But it
Well, on that
definitely.
note, I gotta get off here because I have to work in the morning. I have to go to work like in 4 hours.
That cracked me up.
I know, right?
I'm not that good of a person yet. I'm going to try to work on it.
Yeah, you might have to a
I
little
don't think
bit.
I'll ever accomplish it, but
You'll get there. It'll take a
I
while.
don't think so.
You're young yet. You're young yet. You'll get there.
If you put them down. What was the point of putting on their ass if you're going to help them, Mom?
Oh,
Oh,
what did
shit.
what did they say? Wisconsin mama, she will push you down, then run.
Yeah. Catch me if you can.
Yeah, well, I'll catch you. Even if I have to find my broom, I'll catch you.
That is hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, white widow baby, big papa. Big Papa
I
take
couldn't
care.
push. I couldn't push Wisconsin Mama down. I'd be too busy hugging her. She like she like my own sister.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta think we get along pretty good. So, all right, but really, PG, I gotta go to bed because I'm gonna be a zombie tomorrow.
All right, sweetheart. I think I'm gonna follow you out too. I didn't realize I'd been in here so long. So
Yeah. All right. Well, love you guys. Love everybody in the chat, and have a good. So I'm gonna go to bed laughing.
that's what I'm afraid I'm gonna do too. I gotta give that one some thought.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, sweetheart. I love you.
Love
I'll
you
talk
too.
with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, she's a sweetheart, ain't she? I seriously needed that laugh, so I thank her for that. God bless. I'm gonna bring Summer's picture up tonight. It is definitely beautiful, and I know that wherever she is definitely Jesus is there, right? I know he's got his eyes on her and arms around her, and I'm sure there's a few angels there as well. So God bless her wherever she is. God bless her and keep her, right? Keep her safe. And let's just keep those prayers going up for her. Let's keep them going up as we do every night. And let's keep faith that God's going to bring her home. Let's keep that faith. Most of all, let's keep that faith going, because, you know, the Bible says whatever we ask, you know, in the name of Jesus, it shall be done. And I know we're asking and we're asking. And like I said, I felt that, you know, things is held off because a lot of people couldn't have faced everything early on. But I think that, you know, we're getting a year and people's pretty much by now, you know, faced it, right? And I think God will be bringing her back to us soon. So keep those prayers going up for her, and keep them going up for Sweet Norway and Tennessee Shine. Pray for, you know, I don't try to really pray for somebody. I try to pray for everybody because I know everybody needs prayer. And, you know, even PG hangs her head sometimes and says, Lord, who's praying for me? So keep the prayers going up. All right, everybody. It's been a tough week, yes, but God has seen us through it, and I give him all glory for that. I thank him so much for pulling us through everything that's been going on, and it's not been good. And I do think we need a break, a little bit, especially after this week. So, I've been talking about, you know, doing something else for a minute now, and maybe we should. You know, I hate to. I feel so guilty coming in and not, you know, 100% focusing on Summer and so forth and so on. Sometimes, you know, but maybe, you know, maybe a night just, I don't know, talking about anything and everything else would help us out a little bit, right? So we're going to make that tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, just bring whatever to the table. And I will have a picture of Summer, as I always do. But tomorrow night, we're just going to have a free night. Let's talk about books. Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about anything. But let's try not to talk about all the sadness right now, because we do need a break from it all, right? So yeah, let's do anything tomorrow night, but hammer down on everything's been going on. I think that we all need a break. So I'll see you guys then, God willing, and let's hope He is. And I'll see you then. God bless everybody. Good night. Much, much love to y'all. And I want my mods to know you're the best. You're absolutely the best. And I want the rest of the family to know that God has put us together, and I so appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I know Summer appreciates it as well. I want to just, absolutely let everyone know how much, me and Summer appreciate all this support for her. Absolutely, we appreciate it. God bless you all. God bless you all. And good night.